Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast in the fucking world with the shittiest audio with the most amazing content. Love that you all are listening to us, and we really appreciate it. So sit back and relax as we start this episode. Hey, everyone. Before we get into this episode, I want to go ahead and give a little alert to those that are, really keen on things sensitive to things triggered or the like, to things dealing with trauma or other aspects of violence, uh, especially, in relation to domestic violence. This might not be the episode for you. We start off pretty heavy and honestly, kind of sensitive. And so, uh, if that's not for you, then skip ahead. I can't really recommend like exactly where, but you can kind of go like probably 30 minutes in, 34 minutes in, 33 minutes in to be likely, and then you'll get to a relatively safe spot. Later on, we're probably going to talk about some other sensitive stuff. I'll do another, um, you know, uh, kind of heads up warning for those in case you want to skip those bits. Again, we totally understand it, and honestly, sometimes we're not even comfortable talking about the things that we talk about. But there's a little bit of depressuring and therapy that comes from it, just from the two of us talking about our own incidences and our own experiences. And you know, that's that's what works sometimes, but at the same time, it's not something that we want to overlook that our listeners might not be ready for, especially if some of you are sneaking around listening to us and you're kind of underage, which we can't really do anything but kind of sort of discourage, but know that we can't really police that in some sort of way. So the only thing we can do is give disclaimers and content heads up like this. So thanks for listening, and really, really appreciate your support. And hopefully we continue to gain your support. But you know, part of that, we want to respect your time and your own mental health, well-being. So we give little heads up like this. All right. So enjoy the rest of the show.
What's going on?
Same old,
Yeah.
same old.
Hey.
Been driving a lot because my mom is neurotic. So my uncle had back surgery yesterday.
Oh, geez.
It's simple shit. It's day surgery shit.
They just replaced his fucking spine. He's fine. He'll
It
shake
was
it
like
off.
some sort of spacer they were putting in there because the relieve tension in the back. And it's like, okay, you come in the morning, we do the surgery, takes about 45 minutes. We seal you back up, make sure you can walk, make sure we didn't paralyze you. And then off and away you go back home. Well, my
Right.
mom's like, do I need to go up to the hospital? Do I need to do this? It's like, yo, it's
Is she a hospital person?
no, she is the bad thing is in her head so clearly it's going to happen. It's like real.
Oh, so
It,
she's a
it
positive thinker. Okay.
yeah,
I get
she
it.
sees shit going to shit, and like she doesn't even try to see, okay, are we going to be able to do this, or oh, okay. No, she's already thinking like, it's not going to happen, so why even try? Let's just go ahead and do this way because it's not going to happen. Like, you're not even seeing if you can do something. You're just already shooting it down. Okay,
Well,
way
then why even
to
waste your fucking gas? If he's gonna die
yeah.
up there, let him.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
That's
her thing
terrible.
was
I
like,
shouldn't say that.
well, no. valid, because I've gone over there just to keep her from losing her fucking mind. I've gone and done wellness checks on my uncles because they don't. And I told my family already, it's like, I'm not doing wellness checks and looking for dead bodies again. If you all don't give a shit enough to get off your own ass and do something for your own brothers and sisters, then don't fucking use me as your proxy to do something you can't even do yourself.
Get it.
Like I'm not going to go and then be the messenger. Oh yeah, he's alive. I'm with
Or
him right now,
he's
and
dead.
and taking proof of life photos to send to everybody. See, we're
You are
here.
fucking kidding me.
No,
They
no.
want proof of life photos?
Like, is he? How is he looking? Is he looking okay? Is he this?
Well,
Here's
how
how he
about you
looks.
come over here and check him out? I bet he'd
Yeah,
appreciate the visit. Bring him something.
like I'm on the phone with the police. Like one time I went over to my uncle that they don't talk to. Okay,
hmm Is he the black
and
sheep?
love the sheep sound. Um, I love that fucking sheep sound.
I
Um,
bet you do.
he is by a point, like he's appointed that, you know, like
Okay.
it's not it. They all had shit upbringings. Okay, my step grandfather was an alcoholic.
That's fun.
I don't know when I saw him not drunk
Oh,
or
snap.
or in or intoxicated in some fashion, if not alcohol. And so at
Wow.
some in some point they all everyone but my mom stayed at home with them at some point, as after college, after high school and after college, they all lived back home with their parents at some point, except for my mom. My mom got married and moved into the house that we're in now.
Really? She's been there that long?
Yeah.
Christ.
So
Oh my God. I bet
so
cleaning out her closets is insane.
oh yeah, when we had that whole thing with the pipe break and we had to stay in a hotel, it filled the living room, the amount of shit in one closet.
Woof.
So they would get into physical fights
Super.
with my step grandfather and themselves. Her siblings did, my aunt and uncles. They would get in fights with themselves all the time, and like shit that the only thing that was missing was someone calling the police. I mean,
Hmm.
my uncle broke my step grandfather's jaw with a bat one time,
Fucking hell. He said, I said shut the fuck up.
and so like his mouth is wired shut, and he's telling me, uh, get a straw and bring me a beer so he
Oh
can
my
drink his beer
God.
through the straw. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know this guy ever, like, and he's on drugs for, you know your jaw's broken and wired shut. Yeah, you're on some meds for that, and he's still drinking.
Well, yeah, but
So
at that point, if you're that level of alcoholic, you have to drink. Because if
yeah,
you
so it's
don't,
like
it could actually kill you.
yeah, so he's doing that. I don't know of him ever,
Oh Lord, Jesus.
and so
Why
because of
did
what
somebody volunteer you as tribute to be the little caregiver bitch? When did that happen?
because well
Ugh, your
because
family exhausts me.
yeah, right. Live with them.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I wouldn't. I would have murdered
I'm
him.
yeah, yeah. Tell me about it. Um,
You have far more patience than I do, and
it's
you have
one
a
of
much
those things.
better heart, I think, because I would be like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck
Yeah.
you, I'm out."
When well, that's where I'm at now. That's why I was. That's where I'm at now because I mean, like, I'm so
So when are you moving?
when my grandparents, when my mom's mom, my grandmother, and my step grandfather died. My mom and her other sibling, which is a shit idea. My mom and her other siblings got their the house, the house they grew up in.
Mhm.
And so they've again, my mom moved out and was married young, so she was out of this whole physical altercation and fuck you um, environment that the rest of her siblings constantly lived in. They would even get apartments with each other,
Oh,
like one sibling with another would get apartments, and then they would end up fighting each other
I was
and
gonna
then get
say,
out of the apartment. It would,
oh, sucks.
so
Well, I
just
mean,
imagine,
to be honest, I mean, it sounds like your family it has had a lot of like generational trauma, but also
yeah,
religious trauma. Because
all the
it's
above.
usually not just one segment of the family that is that
Right.
religious and like far out there in their views.
Right. No, no, yeah, you're
So yeah.
absolutely right. It's so super level, tons of levels of trauma because then they would go to church and be just super, from
Oh,
my perspective, super fake. Because I'm
sure, sure,
like,
sure. Because you knew who they
how are,
were.
yeah, like, how are you dressed up? Thank the Lord, praise Jesus. And then
You go
three
smack
hours
somebody and
later,
then tell you're breaking somebody's neck.
yeah, 3 hours later, you literally have a knife and you're trying to stab my uncle in the stomach.
Oh Lord.
And I'm gonna cut your ass. That's So my aunts attacked my uncles have attacked each other with knives, with I mean, like, and
Bless Almighty. It's amazing you're still alive.
it's not story time. It's as a kid, I'm standing there or sitting there and watching them. They never like they never went in the other room kind of thing. If they did, it would bleed out into the room you're in. So as a kid, you're always seeing it. Like
Right,
when
you
my
can't escape it.
like my stepfather was beating up on my grandmother, we would be in the same house at the time trying to
Wow.
figure out how to get out. And my mom swears, even to this day, she didn't know that that was happening. I was like,
Mm,
how can you not? They
right.
literally were doing that in front of you. How? I mean, so again, it's sort of one of those things where I
Maybe
get
she
it.
just blocked it out because it was so traumatic.
Right. Right. That's what I was going to say. I get it. Like, you can't tell me you didn't experience it because there's no way I'm gonna believe you that it just popped up on the scene after I was born. No, this is some
You're
deep
like, "I'm the
seated
reason
shit.
for this shit?"
Yeah, right. This is some deep seated like this is some deep seated shit. Plus the fact that they hated you and they would tell us how much they hated you.
Hated your
And how
mom?
yeah,
What
and
the hell?
how like you were a goody two because by their comparison, we lived in a really good neighborhood. And so we were
Why is that? I mean, I don't understand, and this is something that
I
we
don't
talked
either.
about last time.
Mhm,
You touched on, like, people like your family or,
mhm,
judging, "Oh, you fancy now. Oh, you"
mhm, mhm,
whatever. But given that there's certain there's certain of ethnicities that have struggled far more than others,
mhm.
right?
Sure,
I mean,
sure,
obviously, African Americans
sure. Okay.
definitely have struggled, and I would say Native Americans as well, obviously.
Sure. Okay.
Um, so what I don't understand is why would you want to break your family down when you should be building them up?
Um, you know, I've made the reference of crabs in a barrel before or crabs in a bucket.
I had crabs once.
Um, it's for me, it's like you make it, so now we made it, right? And if we didn't make it, then you're shit.
That hurts my heart.
That's like it's like, but like you see it even now. Like you see it now when you know how does athlete get go broke? He just got a $50 million contract. Well, and when you talk to them, it's like, well, my mom's got to get a house, and this person got to get a car, and this person did da 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 da
Because
da da da.
it's a
That
big
shit
pool,
goes.
apparently.
That shit goes real quick because when this one person makes it, it's like, okay, now we all made it, right? And if that doesn't happen, oh, you're a fucking asshole. Oh, so
Mm.
you just gonna leave us like that after all we've done for you?
Mm-mm.
you're just gonna, and it's like,
I prefer my love
yo,
to be unconditional, given and received.
but
Like, that's why I
yeah,
gave away half of my inheritance.
but it's
I just
like,
gave it to him. I was like, "I don't want it, it's yours. Take
mhm,
it."
but it's almost like I'm going to see this person busting ass to succeed, and I'm going to sit back and
Ooh,
maintain my alcoholism.
and just let it
And when
happen so that I could ride the coattails?
yes,
Oh,
and when they make it, awesome. Ooh,
yay, we did it. We're a
I
team.
knew you were gonna move it. Man, this family, man, family has nothing but champions. I knew you were gonna make it. And
Right, "Give
that's
me a
also
beer."
like, yeah, that's also like, man, I gotta get me some new clothes. And then the stares, the staring at you.
I
It's a
hate that.
it's a very interesting thing where um if you have a person in a family that is really really working to be something, um it's very seldom celebrated. But it is when that achievement is done, then people are like, I want to come to your graduation, I want to come to this, I want to come to fuck that. You stay your ass at home.
Right.
I don't want you to be in the pictures
Part of the
because you weren't.
celebration because 'cause you're gonna have your hand out.
Yeah, I don't want you to be in the pictures because you weren't in the picture.
Right.
I don't want you at the celebration dinner because what are we celebrating? The times that you were saying you can't wait for me to get fat, or I can't wait for you to, you know, get a job, and because you couldn't stand the fact that I was getting a job in the field of my degree. So it's like the levels of which you will get hated on. It's like it's so many levels, so many levels. And it's a contradiction that it doesn't. When you stop to think about it, it doesn't make sense. Like even to this day, it doesn't make sense. Like my mom gets on me still because I enunciate words correctly.
Mm.
I've gotten that all my life. Literally as a kid, I would be told I
Oh.
talk like a white person. Why are you talking like that? Why do you sit up straight when you drive? Literally all if I wasn't white, if I wasn't white, I was Chinese because I liked rice. And so
Good lord.
when you are getting hated on and racially profiled by your own family, it gives that sort of isolation that you don't okay, I just don't want to associate because I can't, because they don't even want to know me. They want me to be down on their level basically. So
Jesus,
um
man.
I would have, like, my aunts would tell me how um they can't wait for me to come back home and get a job at a grocery store
At a grocery
because
store? Why a grocery
Be-
store?
because they didn't want me to, like, me getting a job that, so none of them got jobs per their degree,
Okay, but that's on them, isn't it?
right?
And why would
But
you waste your
that,
fucking time working on a degree when you don't wanna have anything to do with that job? Granted,
but
I will
that's the
say I got my
right.
job in HR and I didn't want anything in HR. The reason why I got my degree in HR. The reason why I did is because it was fucking easy.
Hmm.
That's why I did it. And I was
I
already
mean,
a single mom, going to school, time and a half,
right?
and working 3 jobs. So, I
Yeah.
needed something easy.
I mean, it's just it's a weird kind of, it's a weird stew of hate. And
Oh,
it's
Jesus,
like,
right? Hate nuggets everywhere.
it's just like, so. But again, it 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 just spills over because it started as them as kids, and then it just just
Christ, that is
it
generational.
just it just steeps into them so that when another one has kids, now they act out on those kids because you're a product of the other one that I didn't like. I didn't like your mom. Your mom is too uppity. She lives in this neighbor. She wants to come over here with her new car and all this. Ooh, I can't stand your mama. Really? You know I'm her kid, right? Okay, cool. I
You're
just
like, "There are days I can't stand her either, but you hear me bitching about it all the fucking time. How
I
about
would
you pipe
just
down a minute?"
yeah, I'm just making sure you know the
Thanks.
audience that
Jesus.
you're ranting to is Um, and so, but then later on, I found out that was kind of like sly shit, like I'm gonna say this basically so that so eventually it's gonna come up in conversation. He's gonna say something to her, which then is gonna piss her off and then come back at me, come back at her sibling, right?
There's too much to keep
Which,
up with.
which then if my mom came back at one of her siblings because of what I or my other siblings would say to her that their aunt and uncle might have said about her, they'll know that one of us said something. So then they'll come and try and beat on us.
You try it, motherfucker.
It's
Look,
so it's
have you
it's
ever
like
been beaten to death with an iron? Because you about to be.
so fast forward to adulthood, they have such steep dislike for each other, or well, I'd say for this one brother now, they have such a steep dislike. Very few of them go. One of them just completely. I don't want to go and see him until
Like
he's
blackballed
dead.
him?
Huh?
Why would you even wanna see him when he's dead? Fuck it. If you don't wanna see him
Right.
now, why would you wanna see him then?
But that's the thing. Then they'll say, okay, well, but they'll ask me questions. So what was he doing? How is he looking?
How about
What's
you
the
ask
house look?
him?
What's the house look like? I was like, yo, and that's when I, like you said, you get to the point where you're fuck you. Yeah. So the last time I went, I was like, hey, they were all in the room. My mom, my aunt, my and her brother, and other family members. I say, hey, yo, I'm not going back over there. If none of you all, I mean, you all have all these vehicles and whatnot, and you show up for dinners, and we're all here, haha,
Right.
laughing
Mhm. I bet
and
you if he had
giggling.
money, you'd be over there.
I said, but none of you all want to go over there yourselves and see what's going on. You'd rather wait for me to go and then ask me all these questions. I was like,
Mm.
I'm not sitting in the parking lot talking to the police, asking them what stage of the wellness check do I have the right to kick the door in, and then find out, oh, I have to have the fire department to come and do that. Okay, I'll call the fire department, and then the police after the fire department breaks the door in. Because neither one of you want to deal with that shit. You don't want to see them. You just want me to give you these reports and send pictures so you can laugh and talk about, I bet you didn't want to be there. Da, da, da. I was like, no, I'm not going to be the joke in the
Doing it.
room. You guys, if you guys don't want to get up and do it, don't.
And
I'm
let him
not
sit
doing it.
there forever.
I'm
He'll
not.
eventually
I'm not
rot to
doing it.
nothing.
It's like I'm not doing it. I've done my part. I don't care about what it is that how y'all feel about it. I'm not doing it. Well, he's your uncle. I don't give a
You give a
shit.
shit. He's your brother. You
I don't
know?
care. And that's what I said. I was like, he's your brother, but he's your uncle. And before that, he was your brother. So if you don't care, why are you pushing your lack of
Mm.
desire on me?
Well, I mean, they're
You
setting a great example, you know?
so it's a lot of that's just like you have a
Oh,
lack of
Lord.
desire. So your guilt that you have for that, you're pushing it on me to
Right.
fill that in for you. I'm not doing that. I'm
Well,
not doing
that's
that.
fun. And that's what we're
Yeah.
about, guys. Welcome to the podcast.
Right. And
We're
welcome to the show. Here, here's the disclaimer
Yeah, please
because
do.
I kind of screwed it up last episode, and I should have said, "Hey, we got some possible unaliving things." People got to say unaliving now because
Yeah,
apparently you get
everybody's a
striked.
fucking pussy. I mean, sorry, what?
Yeah, you get striked on YouTube if you talk about certain things now. So there you go.
Really?
So anyway, here's the disclaimer, and we're gonna let you listen to that. Okay, everyone. Before we get started into this episode, uh, whatever we might be talking about might be triggering. So here's the warning: just be mindful of what we are saying is definitely something that we're not trying to trigger you on, but just some of the topics might be a little iffy in regards to,
Sensitive,
yeah, exactly. That's the word I was trying to say.
fragile, delicate.
Yeah, and we're not saying that you are. It's just that some of the content might
No,
trigger somebody in a certain
it's
way.
offensive.
We
I
do
get
talk
it.
about we talk about different things that happen to people that could be assaults or somebody could be killed or
We do
chased
try to give
or
trigger warnings, though, so I'll give you
yeah,
the quick disclaimer.
yeah. So
Um,
here's the yeah. So yeah, you all listen to her. The dinosaur is going to go over the disclaimer because I can't because I don't give a fuck. She cares way more. She cares way more than I do, even though she'll say the opposite. So you all
that's
just
true.
listen to the disclaimer. It's here for your benefit. Here's the dinosaur. Also, everything that we're saying in our episodes, unless we state otherwise, is all for entertainment. And there's no there's nothing that we're giving away as advice or of a matter of fact that you should go out in the world and do your own thing. We're basically saying we're not responsible for whatever fuck ups you experience after listening to us and trying to do whatever the fuck we're talking about. That's on you. Okay. All right. Now she'll finish out the rest of the disclaimer.
Um, we don't know shit, and we don't try to say that we know shit. We like the internet, and it likes us, so we play together sometimes. But don't take anything that we say to heart. Don't take it as the gospel. Don't take it as an expert of any kind because we don't know shit. We just like to hang out and with y'all and talk about goofy shit or funny shit or scary shit or real shit or whatever shit. And
It's just all shit. Yeah.
it's all shit with the audio shit, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much
Yeah.
that's our moniker.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if we know that we're going to offend you, so we get that. At some point, we will offend somebody, and if we do, we're sorry. Find another podcast. Not that we don't want you here. It's just that if we're going to be in the habit of offending you, then we don't want to hurt your feelings. So, um,
Yeah.
but if you're not 18, please don't listen to this.
Mm.
And I think that that might be it. Back in 2020, in between 2020 to 2022, like we thought that we were going through some shit, with COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then no, like for fucking real, like now
Yeah.
we're going through some shit.
Yeah.
Like we're literally have a criminal in line to take a
Yeah.
chance at a shot of the
It's
White
just so
House, or you
bizarre.
know what I mean? It's
It's like
or nuclear weapons or fucking aliens or everything. I
yeah.
mean, like really. I mean, now
Yeah.
is the time where people need to hear it.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird because we had a criminal. We knew he was a criminal, but now
Ugh.
everybody that was naysaying, it's hard to refute it when you second time around, it's hard to refute it because it's like, look, here are the charges and the case you are witnessing him getting filed charges and losing cases and being found guilty. You're witnessing it. So
Yeah,
you
but
can't
the
say that
idiots are like, oh yeah, well no, then he may
that
have a
was a
good
long
reason
time
to do
ago.
that. We just need to forgive and forget, live and let live,
That
and
was the 80s.
praise God. And look, no, don't no, you don't
You got
bow
some
down to the devil just because he spits back at you.
you're about to vote for someone that is
Ugh.
also selling Bibles. Just
Right, right, and
just
shoes, terrible tacky ass shoes.
shoes and Bibles
Are you
and
fucking kidding me?
and the next person that is really supporting him sells pillows. Just 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 think it through. Just think it through.
I do love
You
those pillows, man. I gotta say,
you
I don't
you
want
have a
to.
you basically have a thrift shop owner as
Oh my god, have we started again? Because these are nuggets
yeah,
of
we kind of did. We kind of did.
nuggets.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it to where we're back to talking
Woo!
about the
This
episode.
is
But I think what we were
awesome.
talking, I think what we were talking about earlier, we've pretty much ironed out.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm super excited. I'm just gonna
I'll
say. I'm not
VCC
gonna say
you
what it
on the
is.
yeah,
Okay,
I'll
perfect.
VCC you on the response so that we're all in the
Thank
know.
you. And I'm
But
not
I've
gonna
only
go
been
into
doing it.
detail for our listeners now, but we got
Yeah,
something in the
we're
works, and
working.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're working on stuff. But in any case. let's get back to this episode now
So
that you
hey,
guys have listened to the disclaimer and then us
yeah,
ranting
thank God
about a
we
couple
do
of
that.
things. So I wanted to. So we had a great episode last episode. If you haven't checked it out, go to
Our
the
episode
Dinosaur and the
rocked
Dude.
ass.
Yeah, the dinosaur and the dude.com. Check out all of our episodes. If you got something that you listen through to podcast through, we've got all the listening options right there. You can check it out, whether it's Apple, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Amazon.
We have
Uh,
sufficiently pimped ourselves out on the internet. I'm just saying, like we
yes,
are all fucking over the internet, all of it.
Audible, right. Or if you don't have any of those,
Let me know, and I'll make you a videotape or like a
no, no, no.
cassette tape.
N- No, you don't have to
No,
make a sex tape for them. We've
not
got,
not a sex
oh,
tape, a
sorry. Oh,
cassette tape.
oh, oh, I misheard. My fault. I misheard. That was me.
You're
This
like,
is
I'm
me.
gonna need a copy of that for
Right.
historical purposes.
Like, yeah, I want to see it because I don't know how you're going to put it in sync with how are you going to sync it with our topics and then have, this is very
Just hip
intellectual,
motions is what I'll do. Is that I'll just
very,
change
very,
those up a little bit, you know?
very intellectual porn. They,
Sapiosexual.
they're talking about quantum physics, but it's also porn going on. I don't know how to digest
They
this. This is
getting it.
amazing. But confusing. I didn't know someone could fuck so hard. That's string theory. But I
Okay.
guess
Ooh,
since
let's
they're
hope she
wearing
don't
thongs,
cancel on us. Okay,
it's
hello.
like I guess since they're wearing thongs, it kind of works. I don't know.
Like, look, we will try to be good, okay, when we got visitors
Yeah,
on, but
when we
and
get when we
I hope this person doesn't,
yeah.
you know, listen to some of our episodes and be like, fuck them, you
I
know.
mean, no. So
I don't think that she will, but I
so I
mean,
think that
I'm so hoping that it works out.
we're purposefully dancing around the topic, and we
Yes, we
will.
are.
We will continue to do that because we want to have some sort of level of surprise. But
It's a hoedown.
but I think that one of the appeals about the dinosaur and the dude is that we're genuine in our topics, our discussion, and how we communicate. We don't try to make our we don't try to make our topics appeal to people. Um,
Mostly dogs is what we're in for. We
yeah,
love
like we don't use like we were just talking about unaliving and unalive. We don't even use that term, even though that's the
stupid.
trendy thing to say or that's the more PC thing to say. It's like we very much we we
Call it
keep
like it is, really.
yeah, we do that, but we don't play it down to people. We keep the educational level up as high as possible without being over the top with it. And then we don't also talk down and and do rudimentary stuff. We talk about topics and we give general, thought out, intelligent answers. And
Sorry, I'm sorry. You're
as
right. That's
best
exactly what
as
we do, boo
best as
boo.
we can,
You are
as
correct.
as best as we can. And after that,
Do
we
mind the disclaimer.
generously we did yeah, exactly. We generously refer to our disclaimer and say, hey, we really don't know what the fuck we're talking about. So
Right.
I feel like if people are listening to and people are wanting to get on our podcast and people that we reach out to interview, they have the freedom to check out our episodes. And if they say
Yeah.
yeah, they want to get on, I mean you kind of know you're coming into a biker bar before you come into the biker bar, right?
You sure got
There's
a
bike
pretty mouth.
there's bikes outside. This must be a biker bar. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like you kind of have an understanding of what that's
Smells
like.
like cheap wine and preferred stock cologne.
Right. I mean, and then where you are kind of sets the tone. Um, if that's not your thing, then you're really not wanting to get on come on an episode with us. I totally
But I
get
will
it.
say for this person, I will mind my P's and Q's the very, very
Yeah,
best
I
I
think
can and
yeah,
realize I'm feral.
yeah,
COVID, that whole time period, that whole era of COVID did a
sure,
number on me. I am not
sure.
socially fit to be out in public usually. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
I
get
mean,
it.
but I mean, I know that we have the awareness of ourselves. Like you and I have a
I just don't
banter
give a
that
fuck.
yeah, you and I have a banter that is more in the lane of don't give a fuck. When we've had an interview before, it wasn't really like we came in belligerent and just throwing our banter on people because we know they're not connected to us like that, you know?
Right.
So
Right.
we're we're wanting people on to do an interview with them for the sake of the conversation and to get some more understanding of what they're about, get educated, talk,
Education is my whole thing.
have
Like,
a
this
genuine
is a person,
conversation.
right, this is a person that's not gonna be here forever, and
Well,
she has so much to say
but I
and
mean,
so much for people to hear.
for me, it's like
I
that's
just
across the board,
respect it.
regardless of how where they are in life. Because I mean, you could be 24 and get snuffed out. I mean,
That's true.
it there's no guarantee in regards to
I'm saying,
what comes your way at any corner you turn.
the
I think
older you
again
get,
though,
though,
yeah, I just feel like though part of the responsibility of having a podcast or having any kind of interview or having any kind of bit of someone's time is just to respect the fact that they're giving you some of their time.
oh, right, so
And
true.
and so for me, it's like I'm going to interview you as best as I can. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but at the same time, I'm going to respect your time. I'm not going to have the same banter I would have, like
Right,
say, with you, because I'm just no matter who it is, I'm just not connected to them like
right,
that. Down the line, maybe I will be, but at that moment, I'm just not.
right,
And plus, I don't want to do anything that's going to, for lack of a better term, taint whatever it is they've got to say by me going, oh yeah, right, and then the UFO sticks it up your ass, right? No,
right,
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
it's like I gotta respect the fact that you are dropping knowledge and you are helping
Yes.
us. You're helping us, so I can't really walk on that. And I don't think either of us are going to do that. I think either of us
No.
have the means of where we respect that of a person. So,
Well,
saying all
the
that,
level of attention that we give them is gonna show them the level of respect that we have for them,
sure, yeah,
and
yeah,
she
absolutely.
deserves some mad
Absolutely. I
fucking
mean,
respect.
just in the approach, alone, before anybody gets on there, we always approach them with genuine respect and just, hey, let us know, what you want to do. We want to collaborate with people, but at the same time, we don't want to make it seem like we don't want to step over them, and we don't want them stepping over us. Look, we know we're small. We know
We're small, we're cranky, we're
we
fucking
know that.
unbalanced, we know
We
it, we're
know that.
angry, we have
We
trauma.
we know that. But at the same time, we don't want anybody that's going to take advantage of that. Oh, they're small. They're going to let me do whatever the fuck I want. And at the same time,
Right.
we're not going to disrespect somebody else's. So I think it's really one of those things that, we keep it as professional and keep it as genuine as possible and find the middle ground of that when we are talking to anybody. Now,
So, okay, I got something to say.
okay.
With that in mind, just let me gently put this out there to anyone that is listening.
Okay.
If we think that we are small,
Uh-huh.
if we think that we are small and you're listening to us, we have your ear, and that means that we've got a portion of your time and your brain power, and we
Okay.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
We are not so small that you can't reach out to us.
Mm. Okay.
Please reach out to us. If you have something to say, if you've got knowledge that you want to share, let us know. I mean,
Have it. Yeah.
obviously, we're not going to let people come on here and be like, I think that murdering babies is fun. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not going to
Let us know.
happen.
Yeah, let
But
us know in a productive fashion.
correct. And
Yeah.
have it be something that might be appropriate to, you know, I mean, like dude said, we might end up all being friends and it could be a complete shit show one episode in the future. But for right now, it's about respecting each
Right.
other's time, energy, and passion.
I mean, it's like coming up to somebody in a party and you don't just you say hey first. You don't just walk up and say, my butthole's a landing strip for the UFOs.
Well, now I don't know what kind of parties you've been to, but
Right.
I will be
I mean,
honest and tell you, I have been to some where that would where
I
that would
mean,
happen,
it's
where
like,
somebody just walks up to you and starts dry humping your leg. Like, that's
yeah,
the
it's.
normal thing.
I mean, it's like one of those things where you start that and it's like, okay, this conversation is only going a certain way. Got
I
it.
would keep in character. That's what I would do. I would keep saying
Got it.
my
Okay.
conversation.
So,
Either that or check them into the ground. So
so with the last episode though, what I was saying was great, great episode.
it
If you
was an
missed
awesome
it,
episode.
go to dinosaur&thedude.com, check it out.
It was
Even
it
if you
was
don't, even if you don't have any of those podcast services, you can listen to the episodes on
on
our
our website.
website. So
Hmm.
you don't have to go anywhere. That's why we only recommend going to thedinosaur&thedude.com.
Yeah, if
If
you
you
could
want to
just
listen,
set that as your home screen, then you won't even have to
yeah,
go there every time.
exactly.
You just hit the home button, and instead of taking you to Google or Firefox bullshit,
You
whatever,
don't need them.
it'll just go straight to us. That if that doesn't make you happy, nothing will.
You don't need the news.
I
You
mean,
don't
sure,
need the news because we
health,
talk about it on here, which is
right?
which is the segue. Hey everyone, it's the dude. And I don't know if you picked it up on previous episodes, but I'm learning another language, and I have to admit, I suck at it. I've been trying to do it for years, and I suck at it. And maybe you do too. I don't know. I don't know how you are. Maybe you're even thinking about learning a new language. Cool. Let me tell you about PIMSLEUR. They are a solid learning option that you should really look into if you're trying to brush up on a language, learn a new language, or whatever your language journey is. I use Pimsleur. I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't use it and didn't think it was pretty awesome. You can learn at your own pace. The audio lessons are about 30 minutes, and you have flashcards and timed uh, little speed rounds, whatever floats your boat as far as being able to get you to learn the language. You're doing it on your own pace. But the way that Pimsleur does it with these lessons that you can do at least once a day, they're great. You're bound to get results. And that's why you can go on our website, The Dinosaur and the Dude, scroll down to the bottom, whatever page you're on, scroll down to the bottom, look for the Pimsleur link, click on that, and get a week for free. Yes, an entire week of Pimsleur for free. You start using that, you're going to start learning the language. And you're probably going to get it confident enough to start speaking it within 30 days. So take it from me. I use it. I love it. I would be recommending it. Use our affiliate link on The Dinosaur and the Dude. Click on that link. Get a week for free of Pimsleur. Start learning the language you've been screwing around and not trying to learn the right way. Start learning it and get going speaking another language. All right, that was it. Do it. TheDinosaurAndTheDude.com. Click on the link, get a week free. If you don't, you're absolutely nuts. Now back to the episode. So last episode, super duper awesome, but we didn't get to all the topics that
Ooh,
we
tell
were
it.
we were we were wanting to do. So this is kind of sort of a part two.
Wait a minute. Well, hold on.
What?
Where's your Canada Dry?
Well, we're getting there.
Oh,
It's
okay. You
right here.
holding out?
Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah, I'm about
Fucking
to.
hell.
I'm
Look
about
at
to hit
you.
people up to the part two. So this is part two. And we're going to talk about a few things that we kind of left out on the previous episode because of lack of time and energy and the like. But you're in luck. You're about to get it. A second helping, kind of.
Mm,
Um, But before we get deep into
spill
it,
it.
let me get some hydration.
Damn,
Oh, there it is. You know
that
what?
sounded really good.
You know what? I reached out to these motherfuckers too.
Did you really? I hope so, because that sounds delicious as fuck.
They didn't respond back.
I'm not surprised.
I'm
It's
just
still
saying, I don't, we don't
delicious.
want, we don't, look, Keurig, Dr. Pepper, we don't want your Keurigs. We don't want your Dr. Peppers. I just want your Canada Dry. That's it.
We'll take old
That's all I
stock too.
drink.
We don't mind if it's expired. That's fine with us.
As long
Like
as
you
it
need
got
to get rid of some stuff,
that
recycle
fizz.
it,
Yeah,
baby.
right, right. Cans come all sunken in, like they kind of sink in a little.
Dented.
Um, these fell off the truck in
or
Montana. We just found them. They're from
or maybe they
82.
were bottled, but they weren't wrapped with their design yet. So it's just like you don't know what you're getting. We'll take that.
They're from 82, and the liquid's all a little separated. It's all it's all the fizz is out of it. Doesn't even
It's okay.
fizz when you open it. It just opens like a fucking
It just goes like, ugh.
some
Like I'm
yeah,
exhausted. I've been here for
just
so long.
some just in there like fucking urine samples. Okay, so a thing that was happening. We were on the whole thing about the eclipse that's coming up
Oh, right, the end of the world or whatever.
and the whole CERN thing, and we
Did you do a little looking up on that?
okay, so there is
Mhm.
a chick that apparently works for CERN that
Oop, she
did a
did.
video saying, "I just found out why you guys were asking me about if we turning the CERN on." Oh my God, it just dawned on me. And she's playing this whole thing up about how they've so here's where everybody needs to just sit down, close their eyes, and whatever. For me, it's Canada
Ride the
Dry.
wave.
Whatever it is, for me, it's Canada Dry. Sit back, close your eyes, take a drink, drink that shit, and
Mm.
say these words. Fuck it. Because this chick says one, one, they've been turning it um, on the on, on the day. It just happened to be coincidentally happened to be during this eclipse. They
Oh,
weren't
for the
really
last
even
one?
they weren't really even thinking about it. No, that date, what is it? April 8th?
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Come on.
Yes, they've been turning it
I
on.
mean, who in their marketing department thought, "Okay, this is gonna be good for PR. We're gonna put this lady out there and she's gonna act like she has no fucking idea what's going on, and then we're
That's why it
gonna."
was so strange to me that people were saying,
Oh,
"Are you guys turning it on during the? Are you guys turning it on?" It's like, guys, we've been. Then she follows it up with, not only have they been turning it on that date, they already have it on now.
right,
They've
because they
already
need to
fired.
prepare.
They've already fired it off a couple of times already now.
Oh lord.
So again,
What is when I just want to see the Easter eggs of the Mandela effect, that happens when that goes down. When we start fucking up with dimensions and start
fuck it.
intertwining our time with, there's no telling what's going to happen. Like a fucking dinosaur could rip the roof off of my house right now, and it wouldn't surprise me. I would be like, "Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
Doubt that's covered."
yeah, right. um, if if CERN, I'm sorry, I have to say it the way you say it.
How
if
do I
the
say it?
if the CERN is doing
I hate you.
when you said the CERN last episode, I was so close to being done with it. I was like, I can't. I have to not laugh to
That's what I
talk.
call it, the CERN.
Can you not call it the CERN? Okay. So if the
It
CERN
is
is
its own
produ
entity.
right, if the CERN is producing things like we talked about last episode, it's kind of beyond our control. I don't know. I don't know. We got some people in Roswell, New Mexico listening.
Hey
Uh,
guys,
uh,
how
other
you
than
been?
them,
How's your
other
mom
than
been?
those, the people there, which get, yes, hello. Other than them, you know what? Fuck it. I don't know what everybody else's credentials are across the world. I'm just going to speak myself. I don't know
Ooh, well,
anything
I
that
am a
I
dinosaur.
can do. I can't do anything about them clicking it on and off like a goddamn light
A light
switch.
bulb.
If they wanted this, woo,
Just
click,
click, click, click, click,
woo,
click,
click,
click, click, click, click,
hook up,
click.
hook up quantum computers and calculate and capture all
Oh
the
my god.
information that's beyond my comprehension. And if they want to
Listen,
do that, I can't stop them. What am I gonna do? Some sort of caveman thing, or I try and pull plugs or blow up
listen.
stuff? I don't know. Can I
They
read
could
whenever?
introduce AI. They could introduce AI
And you,
to this
and you know
earth.
what?
Oh my god.
And you know what? What am I gonna
Probably
do? What am I
not
gonna
oh,
do?
nothing at all. Just be
Absolutely.
like, "The
Okay.
fuck?"
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna hop in a plane and fly over there. By the time my plane lands, AI's already figured it out.
Oh, yeah. They just need
So
a couple minutes.
so what am I stopping? It's already out there. It's already backed up. It's already out there. It's already on a quantum
Are
computer.
you thinking
Wait.
that's why she's talking?
No, it's just sort of like
Because that would be an interesting thought, right?
it's sort of like how you think that like that's why she's talking, sort of like, hey guys, what's done is done. Uh, y'all tripping on this eclipse. We've been flipping switches for days.
Y'all might wanna worry.
As a matter of fact, every April 8th we turned it on just for, consistency's sake.
I played
Nah.
with it a little bit last night. I mean, and
I
then
mean,
to conserve energy, of course, I turned it off, but
I
it was on.
mean, how do you think people get to the super Earths that we find? This CERN powers it. What are you guys? Come on. We're
Like, don't even try to catch up because you're not gonna be able to catch us, so whatever.
exactly, exactly. We're talking about people that have developed a device that is, I forget how big it is,
It's
where they
huge,
where they're
huge.
smashing subatomic particles together to find God particles. Just those sentences alone, if you
Okay,
don't have the credentials to refute any of that, just
it
get some Canada Dry, close your eyes, drink, and say, fuck it. That's really all you can do.
okay, let me interject this. So, do you remember back in, I don't know, the late 80s
Was it?
that there was going to that
Who
there was
knows?
that there was gonna they were putting together a superconducting super collider in my hometown.
Yeah, and people were like, no, no,
They took
no.
my dad's house. He was gonna be on the site of where it was,
Ooh,
and they took his fucking
ooh,
house.
ooh,
My
somebody.
dad my dad built that house with his own hands, and they were like, "Nope, it's ours now. We're taking it, and yes, we'll give you something, but it's gonna be shit money." And it was
Ooh.
terrible.
Oh my God, that is justifiable saltiness. That
Oh,
is
well,
like,
and my dad was a queen too, let's be honest with that, okay? He was a queen. I
okay,
mean,
okay,
the bitch had
justifiable.
attitude.
Yeah, so justifiable. Uh. Oh wait,
No,
no.
something not that's not the
Yeah, I
word.
was thinking about something too, and
Um,
then I lost it. But saucy, saucy. Is it saucy?
spicy, spicy.
Spicy, spicy, saucy, and salty. All the S's.
A little
Heavy on
crunchy
the
too,
S.
probably.
Heavy on the S.
Yes.
Scrunchy. Scrunchy, spicy, salty,
It's sweaty.
sour, soury,
Yeah, it's
whatever.
he was pissed. He was pissed.
Wow.
He was pissed. I
And
mean,
then they didn't
just
even do it
no, they didn't even do it.
that we know of.
No, there's no way there was no movement at all. I mean, they would have had to do it completely underground, but
Exactly.
there's no entrance to that portion of underground
That
that
we know of.
they would have had to make it. I mean, no, it's all prairie. It's all there's
Yeah,
I
but
mean, maybe
I'm saying like a long underground tunnel that's going off to somewhere else that looks completely innocuous, and then you just drive and like, hey, we're underground. Yeah,
I mean, it
we completed
maybe
that
like
tunnel.
miles and miles and miles away,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's not likely. But anyway, and they didn't do
Wow.
it. And some of the buildings are still out there. Some of them
Wow.
have been vacant for a long time.
Wow.
I know. And Yeah, I mean, the last time that I went out there was probably, I don't know, 6 years ago, and I went with my childhood best friend. Her name is Amy. Um, hey, girl. Um, so and then we went and I jumped on hay I jumped on hay bales because that's what we used to do as kids. They would put the coastal hay out because we lived right next it was right next to a dairy farm. Like my backyard, the acreage that I was on, it backed up, two sides of it backed up to a dairy farm.
Meanwhile, some some secret organization service is just like looking at you guys through scopes and it's like, okay,
Like,
okay,
bunch of white
we,
bitches lost out here. Fucking
we
hell.
they're jumping on bales of hay. What do you want us to do? You
You're
want
like,
us to
nope, I don't think they need any help. Honestly, I'm gonna go and stay away from this one. There's
just
no
keep watching
telling.
them? Yeah, they're not a threat. They're again, they're jumping on bales of hay. They're not even trying
Yeah, I
to
mean, they're a
dig.
threat to society for other reasons, but not because of this.
They have no scanning equipment. They're not digging anything. I honestly, sir, I think they're drunk. I don't know why.
I was stoned. Sorry, that was me.
So, are there any houses out there?
Yes, people have built houses. There have been houses out there for, I don't know, probably
Well, I mean,
20
like new
years.
ones. No, no, no.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
new houses because
There's
I
whole
would
like
assume
developments out there. There was nothing out there whenever I
Wow,
was a kid.
that's crazy because they
And they
cleared
just
everybody
ate
out.
everybody out. And there wasn't a whole lot of us because we all had acreage.
Right, right,
And it was
right.
right next to a dairy farm, and there was like they did feed corn in one of the couple of the fields,
Wow,
right? Because then they
wow.
could process it and get it back to the dairy. So,
Yeah.
um,
I
yeah,
think
it
that was
was
just like America trying to up it. Like, oh, okay, CERN's gonna exist. We need our own.
nuts. Like, let's get to the moon first.
Who's gonna create a black hole first? We will. And God, wow.
Lost that one
That's
too, didn't we?
I
Oh.
I mean, but again, did we? I think there's certain things that we just won't know until we can process it. I mean, I don't know. I
How
don't
are we
know.
supposed to process that? That would be like one of the biggest
Exactly. I mean,
punks on the
yeah.
planet.
I mean, exactly. It's like you put a fish in a large as fish bowl. Well, that's the ocean. What do you mean it's something that's bigger than this? This is plenty big. I don't know.
How much
I don't know
fucking
what
room do you need? Damn.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's just this is awesome. And look, what do you mean hunting? I look up and things come from the top and float down, and I eat it. Um, and then this big
Mm-hmm,
thing
mm-hmm.
this big thing comes in. You got to get out of the way because you don't want to get caught in it, and it
Wow.
cleans the floor.
I am stoned because I just got it. Wow.
So CERN kind of has been, somebody's been turning that on and off
The CERN.
for quite some time. Yeah, the CERN has been clickety clicking for a good bit. Hey, I got a couple of questions for you. You looking for awesome stuff to listen to while you're on the road, doing exercise, mowing the yard, watching clouds float by, um, memorizing your numbers to pi. Awesome. That's by the way. Are you trying to find off the wall things to check out that happen to be something that somebody else is talking about that you felt kind of like, oh man, nobody discussed these kind of things? Or are you like looking for are you like 4 months deep into the new year and looking for a calendar still? Are you looking for shirts or bags or hats, with cool stuff on it and or cool logos or something like that, and you just don't know where to go? Have no fear. We've got you covered. All you've got to do is go to TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. That's it. That's it. Just get on your keyboard or on your phone or on your tablet or yell across the room for someone else to do it for you and just go there. Go to TheDinosaur&TheDude.com TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. I would spell it for you, but I'm too lazy. There, though, you will find all of the Dinosaur and the Dude episodes, and that's right, and the merch. So that calendar you're looking for, got it. It's there. Shirts, there too. Hats, yep. What about a backpack? Hmm. Just go to thedinosaurandthedude.com for all your amazing needs to be filled. Want to hear some off the wall comments about some topics that you didn't really even think about somebody was going to mention? There you go. And it's all audio. Total, as we talked about before, orthodox podcast, all audio. So you can listen to it on the go. You don't have to worry about looking at anything. You can listen to it till you lose your hearing. It's so much content. We're on season 2. So you've got at least 80 episodes that you can listen to. All about, somewhere between, hour, 2 hours. So you got it. You on a long road trip? We got you. TheDinosaurandTheDude.com. Check it out and enjoy. So there's that. And then now, I feel like we're bandwagoning by saying this, and
I'll
not band,
bandwagon. Kate's
not
Kate's not
not
alive.
not bandwagon in the sense like we're for it or against it, just
Oh,
by way of talking about it.
got it. I have a pitchfork in my hand right now. I'm like, where are we going? Let's
Yeah,
go.
right. So, are you any way remotely um, aware of the shit in Israel? And I know that was a for anyone
Mm.
that's Jewish that's listening, that was a shitty thing to question.
Look,
But
hate mail can be directed at the dude.
right, exactly.
Dinosaur
So
and the dude.
I know there's a war going on. And I know that's a whole nother topic. I'm talking about the whole second coming of Christ, revelations, and
Oh yeah, with the red heifer
what the
and
fuck is going on?
do you know what I'm talking
in-
about? The red heifer?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What the fuck
Yeah.
is going on in 2024?
Well,
Why are
apparently, like this is people are really they don't just sacrifice red heifers because I mean this is a very, very hard to
it's a
find animal. It's from fucking Texas, dude. It's from
no,
fucking
it's
Texas.
no, it just happened to be that those came, but they've been scouring the earth for them. And yeah,
Yes.
and yeah,
And
whoop-de-doo,
ranchers
everything
in
goes,
Texas
yeah,
was like,
everything's bigger in
fucking we'll do it.
Texas. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Well, it kind of is.
everything's everything's bigger in Texas, and they're like, we got
Hold
some,
my beer, watch this shit.
we got about shit, 6 of them red heifers over here.
I can
Come
make
on, get them.
more.
Come on, get them. I don't know what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna y'all gonna sacrifice them?
Right? Like feeding a demon. Jesus, yo,
Y'all
come
gonna
on.
sacrifice them? Okay, well, once you cut them up, make sure you send some of that meat back to us. Like, I don't. So, if anybody has been completely away and not even bothered by this, we'll break it down in the best way that the dinosaur and the dude can,
Offensively.
which means it's going to be highly suspect, and we're going to gloss over probably more than all of the really important bits. But here
Right.
it is in a nutshell.
Okay, I'm sorry for anything that I might say. I know that we already did the disclaimer, but my filter is just gone. Had really
No,
like the last 4 weeks of my work have been whipping my ass. I got it done today.
no,
I'm kind of just relaxing right
don't
now.
apologize.
I needed to.
I mean, I think our take on it is going to be pretty close to the typical person's take on it because it's a lot to digest. Um, because you can digest it one way if you're Jewish, one way if you're Christian, another way if you're Muslim, and then a totally other way if you just don't give a fuck. I'm a I I am of the latter because again, it's kind of like CERN. If this thing kicks off and it does what Jewish people are thinking it's going to do, I'm going to drink some Canada Dry and say fuck it because
I'm just excited to see what's going to happen. That's my whole thing. I don't want to
I'm
change
kind of
it. I don't want to whatever. I just want
right.
to be like, okay, well, hell, that's going to suck probably.
I'm
But
I
what's going
kind
to
of
happen now?
am. I kind of am and not because I'm just like, yo, I mean, there's so many other things that we need to be working on. Why are you all working on basically why are you all working on the reset button? What why? Why are you working on the game over button? Do you just not give a fuck anymore? I don't
Well, I
know.
think that they know that it's very, with tensions being as high as they are in this world today, between people within company or countries, different countries. I mean, all over the world. With the government versus the people, and just
But
and
that's all for reason. That's a reason. And these
right.
heifers are going to make it all right.
Well, I mean,
That's
if that's
I
what they
did
believe
not
and they wanted to pay for them, I don't think that the renters, they're not gonna just be like, okay, well, here's some free cattle for you.
I did not wake up this morning thinking I was going to say that sentence. But the heifers are going to make it all right. I did not expect myself.
And
So
that, ladies
okay,
and gentlemen, is how you make a
right.
t-shirt.
That's the magic of the show. So okay, here you go. Here you go. So apparently, if you read the Bible, the Christian Bible, no, the Jewish Bible. Okay, the Jewish holy book. I'll just say that. Um, you know, ushering in the second coming of Christ is going to be um, started by this whole sacrificing of these red heifers. But these red heifers have to be specifically
Mm,
a certain way,
mhm.
and they have to be 100% red
Perfect.
heifers.
And perfect, zero flaws, none
That
at all, not
means,
even one.
yeah, that means they have to meet the specifications that's in the holy book, and someone, and again, I'm taking my own stance on religion out of this whole context, okay? I think it can speak for itself. Someone has to, I guess, with a magnifying glass or some device that allows them to look at every hair on the heifer to verify that each hair is red.
Mhm.
If there's one hair that's not red, it disqualifies that heifer.
And it's happened. There was one that
Yeah,
had
it's happened several times.
there was one that had just 2 hairs
Yeah,
that weren't perfectly red.
yeah.
Are you fucking kidding? Wow.
They've been trying to do this for years. And the heifers have to be a certain age. They can only be used within a certain time period of their age. Okay. So that means someone sat down, stood, whatever position they wanted to be in, looked at and kept up which ones they looked at and which ones they haven't looked at. Each hair
Yeah, they gotta paint him red.
on a, yeah, exactly. Don't get me started on that. Do not get me started.
I'm like, "Why is this one bleeding? Oh, and now
Do
it's
not
brown."
get me started. I'm like, I've not had a lot of animals in my life. I've had several, but I can guarantee you there's always a one-off hair somewhere in between your cat's toes, around your dog's chin, whatever. There's this one hair. It's like, hmm, how did I get there? It it's
Well,
it's that it's a little wild hair that didn't want to play with all the other hairs and said fuck you and
I'm
did
doing
its
my
own
own thing.
thing.
I'm loud and proud.
Did its own thing. You mean to tell me there's a dude in Texas with multiple of these red heifers and he just so happens to be this Christian evangelist or with this Christian group.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he just so happens to be good friends with the one person in Israel that is that is commissioned to looking for the red heifers. So
Nuh-uh, really?
that guy flew over and inspected these red heifers and made sure that they were all hair for hair ready to go.
Oh, who's going to refute that? I'd like to take a look if you don't
Exactly.
mind.
So then
Yeah.
they take so then they take those heifers over to like, yo, we've been scouring the earth. Um, and we've been picking up one, two here. The third one we thought was cool. It got disqualified. But this dude in Texas, he's got a slew of them.
You think he
Man,
made them like he made them because
I
he knew
don't
that he
know.
could sell them? Because
I
that's kind of
don't know.
fucked up, right?
Yeah, so here's where for me it start and again, I'm really working hard to keep my
Hey,
my
let your freak flag fly. Okay, we're gonna have we're gonna have the
my
episode on
perspective
religion.
on
You know
religion.
what's happening.
I'm just throwing out things that pop up to me that
Yeah.
make me go, well, okay, hold on. So, okay, this guy had a slew of red heifers. He's friends with the person that's about to sacrifice these heifers. They all are perfect. They all meet the requirements, the specifications for the slaughtering of the red heifers. So we should be good to go with the heifers. They're already like full swing making the altar to sacrifice the heifers.
Hmm. Does PETA know about this?
Ru- Yo, yo,
I mean, can we not?
like
I mean, can we
like
not
we
have a
got
fundraiser?
like we got Greta Thunberg kicking off on shit. We got vegans. We got PETA. We got all these organizations and
Come on now.
drives and people that want to stop this and that. Yo, dude just sent heifers over to get slaughtered on an altar,
Right.
and no one is
Uh,
saying, "Hey,
Thinking
man."
that the end of the world is coming. I mean, y'all ain't gonna speak up on this.
I mean, I think also though from that aspect, they're like, well, I mean, if they do it, we really won't have
That's
much
fair.
time.
I mean,
We really
that's
won't have
fair.
much time to stop them
Yeah, but
if
if they
like.
don't, if you were to slaughter those heifers and nothing happened,
But I mean, also,
they would feel like
who
dicks. You know
who
what I mean? Like, fucking, we misjudged that one.
who wants to be the organization that stops Jesus from coming?
Fair. Fair.
I mean, I believe in Jesus, but I don't want him to
At
come
least don't
if
waste the meat. I mean, if you're gonna kill it, then you have to use the meat, the hide, the bones, everything that you can.
like
You
I
have
want
to.
I want to be with Jesus, but not if animals have to die. That's not
Jesus don't
like
know nothing about death, okay?
like
We
no.
can subject him to that.
Like now that you mentioned it, I thought about it that split second. I was like, yeah, no organization wants to be the one known that stopped Jesus from coming back, though.
You're
That's not
right. This is why I'm not head of PETA.
that's not a good
Well,
PR
that and I
move
can
right
eat the
there.
fuck out of some chicken. You know what I mean? So,
That's that's not a good PR move at all. We
yeah,
care about animals. I mean, hardcore,
me doing
hardcore.
PR work is about as hilarious as me doing math. Okay,
I
like
mean, it would
it's
be
not a good
hardcore
idea.
though. It would be hardcore. We care about animals so much. We even
We're
stopped
sick.
Jesus. You know, it's got
It's terrible.
legs.
Jesus, you wait a minute, just a
It's
second.
got legs. So the red heifer thing, it keeps going and people keep talking about it. I'm like, yo, it doesn't make sense to me because Jews don't believe in Jesus, but they're bringing back the second coming of Christ by slaughtering the heifers, whereas the Christians believe in Jesus and also by way of the Bible don't believe that the heifers are necessary anymore because Jesus was the last. Jesus gave himself up as so that there's no need for heifers. He did that sacrifice.
He
So,
volunteered his heifer.
right. He's like, I will be
Okay.
the last sacrifice.
Hey, Jesus was an immigrant. He can be a heifer too if he wants.
So from that aspect alone, it's like, is this a long? is this long ball trolling by
What the fuck is
the
that? That
by
sounds
the?
terrible.
It's like, is this rancher kind of like, yeah, I'm a Christian. I really don't believe in this Jewish shit, but if you can pay me for these heifers, I'll play along. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
honestly, if the ranchers thought that they or whoever this is thought that this was actually going to bring back Jesus, then they probably would have tried to do it themselves. But I know that it's supposed to happen in a certain play, in a
Yeah,
certain
it's supposed to happen in a certain place, and they've already got that figured out. They already got the altar that they're making this huge altar. I mean, I guess it's got to be pretty big if you're dealing with several cows, okay? But they got this
right.
huge,
It's probably being built by cubits.
yeah, they got this huge altar. I've seen like pictures of the scaffolding for it. Like it's huge.
Oh, will you send it to me?
It's a huge setup, right? Um, so that's already in play. But then there's a lot of different things that has to take place with the Temple on the Rock and how that's all an issue because Muslims have that. And Muslims have their temple on it because they believe that's where Muhammad dealt with that. And like, yeah, no, that's a holy site for us. And Jews are like, yeah, that's a holy site for us though. And it was like, well, y'all can't y'all can't fuck with this.
I
Yeah,
don't
we can.
understand. Why can't y'all just share it? Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
yeah, we can because we're trying to bring
Oh,
we're,
right, right, right.
we're trying to bring in the second coming, so we need that, and we're going to destroy it. Well, if you destroy it, we're going to destroy you. And so then it goes back in the prophecy of how everyone is going to be against um, everyone is going to be against Jerusalem, which falls into place if they fuck with that temple, because that's going to be every Muslim against them, which they're in a way, Israel's like, cool, because in their head, we're still fulfilling prophecy. It's a it's a weird
My brain just exploded.
it's a weird thing because
Hmm.
there's this whole conspiracy and everything with Netanyahu, and I
What?
forget.
Am
Yeah,
I
I
living
forget.
under a rock? I don't get these pamphlets that you do. I just don't. And I know that
I,
was a big thing, in the church culture, but I'm not getting these pamphlets.
well, it's like, I mean, I'm getting secondhand pamphlets because I really don't have you know, a
An
big,
in.
yeah, with the Jewish community. I mean,
Well, with any religion,
I mean, at one
if
point,
if
and
this is a religious war, it will eventually engulf everyone.
yeah, in some capacity, you know, I mean, not to be trite about it, but look, if a deity is coming back, yeah, it's going to affect everyone, regardless of
Right.
countries and whatnot.
Like, I don't give a shit if you don't eat cow or not. I don't
Yeah,
fucking care. I mean, if you think that lizard people is your deity, okay, cool. But
yeah.
uh things might be a little bit different on the landscape for at least a portion of us.
So see, valid point. This whole thing right here pushes lizard people way off to the side. Like, hey,
Distractions, loud noises.
whatever leverage you lizard people had, you guys are getting played up, man. I mean, you guys are getting played down. Sorry, nobody's really caring. Like, hey, man, if this heifer
Shut
thing comes
up.
through, if this heifer thing comes through, lizard people can have it. We're going to heaven. So it's kind of like
Is this the
nobody.
altar?
Yes, that's the altar.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking hell.
yeah.
That seems involved. I wonder
I
if
mean,
ranchers are going to be there.
yeah, it kind of makes sense though, because again, you got to walk some fucking grown ass cows up that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't,
Surprised they didn't install a lift.
yeah, right? I mean, if I was a cow, I mean, you're like third one in line and you're catching on, right? So you start
Right.
bucking, you start pulling back, like, yo, y'all just killed
Like,
those two in front of
like,
me.
these
Nah,
motherfuckers are from Texas, aren't they? I can tell because they buck bigger
nah,
than anybody I ever saw.
nah, I'm out. I've seen this before. Y'all
It's
had me go
uh-uh.
to the machine to get my nuts cut. I'm out. Nah.
Yeah, listen, I am not token. Okay.
So I think that again, it's kind of like CERN. Regardless how I feel about it, regardless how you and I talk about it, apparently this shit is going down no matter what. And then it becomes a thing of like everybody that's not really involved, by way of not being there or just not rightly part of the process, the you know sacrificing, they're not a part of the sacrificing group, I don't know. Um, you're just along for whatever happened, whatever the result is, whether that's like
I would just want to
this
see.
the second coming or
I wouldn't be going
fucking
there rooting for any one person, you know? I would just be like,
yeah.
I just want to see what's going to happen, really.
Well, because the conspiracies are like, okay, if this is going to be ushering in certain things, then that means things happen after the
Mhm.
heifer. It's not like an immediate, and
Well, and of course it was because according to various religions, there's going to be a second coming, and gonna we're
well,
gonna go,
then
and then people are gonna be left behind, and there's gonna be
right,
fucking hell to pay.
right, but that's like the sped up version. Apparently, it's like 7 years of this and more years of that, and da 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 da.
Can't we
And
just do
so
time served? I
it's
mean,
yeah, it's not
it's
yeah,
not
it's
been
not like
nice here.
it's not some immediate thing, and then bam, bam, the last heifer is killed, and then whee, it's all
Poof,
gone.
you're all angels.
Yeah, it's gonna be like years of turmoil and wars, and then all this, people are gonna be suffering. I was like, yo, why? So,
See, if you belonged in a cult, then you could just
uh-huh,
all drink Kool-Aid at the same time, like right when it's supposed to happen, and then you would jump on a comet
yeah,
or
jump
something.
jump on a comet
Or
wearing some
isn't there like a comet that's coming across with
sweetest. No, it's just the
the
eclipse.
eclipse?
It's just
No,
the
it's
eclipse.
not. No,
It's
it's
just
not.
It's the eclipse, and it's 5 guaranteed minutes of darkness. Five.
And three
No, sorry.
rockets
I'm sorry. Not guaranteed. Five confirmed.
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 I stand corrected.
How many people are seating at the table? Your reservation. It's five confirmed on the reservation. Okay, cool. Five
Right.
confirmed on the
In a
reservation.
town, X marks the spot.
Carbondale.
Yep.
500 people.
500 fucking people. Are you kidding me? They're
500
gonna
people.
have more. They're gonna have more people. Oh my god!
500 people.
I wish they could take a census.
Man, so
I bet
it's
their
a
cell
lot.
towers are not ready for that. I'm just
There's a
saying.
lot of stuff. 2024 is a lot of stuff, and we're just like, what? Are we? Yeah, fourth month into this son bitch. It's
Tell me about it. I feel like I've been beat the fuck up this
I mean, we
year.
got we got eight legit more months of this shit.
I don't want to. That's the thing.
It's like 8 legit, and we've already passed the short month. We're already past
Oh,
February, so we're not flying through any more of these motherfuckers. We're on the
it
tail
did
end.
try though. It gave us one more day.
We're on
Okay,
the
it tried
tail.
this year.
Nah, no, fuck it. We're on the tail end, where it's nothing but months with 31 days. It's just all in there. It's like 31 for this, 31 for that. Fucking hell, god
The only thing that I'm looking forward to is just witnessing what happens because my mind cannot be. I mean, honestly, really. I
damn it.
mean, they could tell me that like Fruit Loops came alive and they're
Yeah,
killing people.
yeah,
Okay, I don't
I
know what
mean,
to do about it, but oh, thank you for the knowledge.
but again, from the last episode, we've got an election coming up. Just in the United States alone, we got an election coming up, an eclipse coming around that's going to unleash billions of cicadas, and then we've got people that are people that are disappearing. Carbondale, I'm
Hmm.
just calling it Carbondale. You're 500 gone. Then worldwide, we've got a couple of wars kicking off. We've got the heifers are going to get sacrificed, which then is going to usher
Hmm.
in the second coming, which then is supposed to kick off a slew of wars. Speaking of which, there's an earthquake that just went off that teeter tottered all the fucking buildings in Taiwan. They're all leaning to the side,
Oh no.
looking like looking like that last scene in Akira.
This is the best way that I can put this. Our earth is uncomfortable right now, and it is starting to move and shake a little bit. And we're going to probably have a lot more of that.
But do you
We've
think,
treated this planet like shit for long enough. It's
yeah,
getting tired.
but do you think that some of that's happening is us? It's just kind of convenient that we say it's the Earth, and a huge object that doesn't really talk. It just does things, and we interpret it accordingly.
No,
And then
whenever
there's
there's like Africa, breaking off, that's
yeah,
what
but
I'm talking about.
yeah. I mean, but that's continental shifts. That's kind of like
Right, but it's in the best of conditions, it wouldn't happen that often because the continental drift would be content. It would have exactly and be exactly where it needs to be. And if it's
well,
not, and if it's stressed, which everything literally on this fucking planet is stressed
yeah,
now, including its infrastructure,
yeah,
because we keep building and digging and poking and
yeah.
whatever. So, and digging tunnels into it. I mean, really? Of
I mean,
course it's gonna shift.
I mean, I see your point, but at the same time, the plates have always shift. I think that some of the stuff that we do think about is just from what we know for our limited time on this planet. But things have shifted
Fair.
around from Pangea to now, shifted a
Right.
lot, a lot.
Right.
Things that are islands now used to be a lot more landmass than we
Oh,
know of.
that's true. So maybe it's just
It,
it
it,
doesn't
it,
matter if we're here or not. It's gonna
yeah,
happen anyway.
it's just like this is the shift, and we're just happening to be watching it. I think what I'm saying though is some of the stuff that's happening, we can't really put it on the earth because it's us trying to fuck around and be gods.
Right. Yes,
And
yes, yes.
we
Agreed. That's so
and,
true.
and and we still don't have a full roadmap, not just of the land on top, but we don't
But
have
underneath as well.
yeah, we don't have a full roadmap of the ocean floor,
Or of
let alone the ocean itself. So it's like we're just we're just kids in a sandbox throwing things around and seeing what will happen. You've got things like people are still talking about HARP and how it's changing. Like some people even talk about how the earthquake in Taiwan was something that was related to HARP, and HARP's just fucking around and doing shit.
what's
And if that's
HARP?
um, HARP is
I don't need the acronym. I just is it a
long
shit instead of
y- no, long story short, it's a device that is conspiracy wise something that can control weather and use it as
oh
kind of a
sure, of
weapon.
course.
Can use it
Yeah.
as kind of a weapon. Hey, don't
Or a
send a military.
defense.
Yeah, don't send a military group just shoot an earthquake over at this place and level it, and then they'll be spending their time and resources on that earthquake and not coming. So it's that kind of
Or
stuff.
that test laser over Hawaii, right?
Yeah, and then you got that, and then you got the whole scanning laser, the green scanning laser that people have been tracking. We are doing a lot of stuff.
And
And
fuck all what they're doing over in Rosmel or
yeah,
Rosmel. We
right.
see you, Rosmel. Okay, we
And
do.
then,
We see you.
and then meanwhile, the Earth is like, I'm just gonna do my thing. They,
Probably so. Probably like,
I
it's
shit, I'm gonna do my thing,
it's time
and
for me to shed some weight. I'm about to get rid of some people.
yeah,
You
it's,
bitches
yeah.
are heavy.
Meanwhile, the Earth is like, I'm gonna fuck some maps up right now, and
Did you get everything you needed to get? Okay, you made that sure that that was on. Okay, well, watch this.
yeah, Timmy just got finished drawing Africa. He just got
Bitch,
finished drawing Africa. That's a
that
nice drawing.
that
That's a
was for
nice
my
drawing.
project.
I'm about to fuck that drawing up right here. Because if it was us drilling and tunneling, and, and then oopsie daisy, we split a continent. If that was us that did that, if that was something caused by what we did, it would happen a lot quicker. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It wouldn't be like in a
Maybe
thousand
you don't know how
years.
strong the earth is and how she's not. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
women can
no, I'm saying like
I'm sorry, earths can take a lot.
I'm saying like in 1,000 years there'll be
She
a
got
new
birthing
ocean.
hips.
Nah, it won't be a if we did it, it wouldn't be in 1,000 years. It would be a new ocean. No, they got people in Dubai making floating cities. What are we talking about?
They don't,
We're gonna
yeah.
make a beach, and we just we don't want it to be just a beach. We're gonna have it shaped like a turtle that you can see from space. What? Yeah, and we're gonna ship the sand in
It's
because
sometimes it's so weird. Do you know? Like it's so fucking weird. Our sand is ugly and dirty. We don't like the tone.
yeah, well, they said it doesn't make good beach sand. It's very
Oh,
whatever
that's some
the fuck.
shit.
It's very whatever the fuck. And so you're sand prejudice. We got it. But at the
Right.
same time, they're making the line. I'm like, wait, the line that sounds real shitty. And so people are going to be stacked on top of people. It's supposed to be really efficient. Mm, I don't know.
For what?
Sounds prisony to me. It,
What are
the line is supposed to be this new way of city development where it's going to be all sustaining. You never have to leave it. Whatever you need is right there, and it's gonna have take up the minimum amount of space, stacked on top of each other. It just sounds like, yo, that looks like a great drawing. Don't make that real, because
right?
that's
I mean, maybe that's a good for prison view.
exactly. It looks like, yo,
Maybe, hey, that's a thought. Take all of the bad people and just take them off of the planet.
yo,
Not
you got palm
don't kill them.
trees, but it's still a prison. I mean, that's a swanky, inviting looking prison though. Like no one has land. They just it's so bizarre that people like, yeah, let's do that.
Like I mean,
Y'all,
I'm all about being neighborly and communal in some respects, but that's a
uh,
bit much.
are y'all really thinking this through? And by that I mean you're not. You're not thinking it through at all.
Right.
It
Can I
looks,
be the friend that just gently reminds you that you wanted different things for yourself?
yeah. Hey, 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 that's a shit idea. Don't do it. Hey, don't build that. Oh,
Oh,
you're almost
really?
done? You're almost done. Wow. So
Okay.
you guys are building that. There's some other
Mm.
people around down the way. They're building an altar.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
bring the heifers. It's fine. We'll just see what
Mean,
happens. It's like rolling dice,
meanwhile over
at this point.
meanwhile over here, a whole bridge just collapsed.
Whoopsies.
Okay, great. I think we just need to pace ourselves. Like, stop trying to do all the shit at once. Stop. Like, don't make new
Because everything is
cities.
a race. Everything is a race.
Like, don't make new cities, kill heifers, knock down, drive into bridges, have elections with thrift store owners. Don't don't do it all at once. Like, try something out and like, okay, that really fucked. Because if you do it all at once, you really won't know what fucked it up.
That's a big fuck you in a lot of people's faces. Um, that
Doing
that
it.
somebody would sell Bibles. That is, it's kind of a
Oh my
fuck you.
god.
The people that buy them, they're like, oh, he just means well. If he meant well, Mr. Billionaire, then he would fucking give you a Bible.
All right, let's talk a little bit on that because
Ugh,
well,
can
let me.
we? Hey guys, it's the Dinosaur. I wanted to share with you a collaboration that we have with HEADSPACE. It's a service that we can all use. I am confident in saying that 100%. Things are so stressful in today's world with home stress, work stress, just general life stress. It's exhausting, and we need as much help as we can get. Headspace has our back with tools to help us. It helps me fall asleep. It helps my wife with meditation. We can find exercises to help us relax through meditation, or they even have some that are physical exercises that you can do. They have inspiring stories, which are awesome because everybody could use an uplift, and they also help us focus. You can go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, and click on links and sponsors. From there, you can unlock everything that the app has to offer for 7 days. That's for free. You get it for free for 7 days. Show yourself some love and treat your head right with HEADSPACE. No, I'm not giving you anything else to eat. Not kidding.
I don't need to give you anything else to eat. They're about to kill some heifers. It won't matter anyway.
And don't look at me like I abuse you. My dog, Jesus.
Once they learn that look,
She's got it down.
that is a go-to. Look at the starvation in my eyes.
Can you sit down? Sit down. Sit down.
You caused that. I can't sit. I can't sit. Starvation doesn't even allow me to sit because I can't even use. I can't even.
Look
I
at
don't
how
have the
abused this
energy.
baby is. I'm going to send you this picture.
I
And
don't.
you can post it if you want to. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't have any energy to sit because you've starved me
And I'm literally dying.
right here, right
I mean,
now,
if
because
she
you
doesn't look
starved me.
really special in that picture, I don't
You
know. I
starved
know.
me.
You did good.
You starved me. You hateful, hateful person.
You bitch.
Just
She's like, I will literally shit on your pillow. I will do
yo,
it.
too close, too close. Back away. Holy shit.
What?
Bulgy eyes. Stop. Back away. You're not getting any treats. That's all I would say. That's all I would
That's her
say.
desperate look. That is her desperate look. Like, oh, my eyes are so big and I'm so sad.
That is
I'm
all I
like,
would say. You need to be in front of a grocery store if you want more food than what I'm giving you. Those
right.
people, those people will give you all the treats you want. You're in the
Exactly.
wrong
I am
place.
not your target audience.
You're
Trust
in the
me.
wrong
Okay.
place.
Let's see.
You have,
Today you've had homemade dog treats. You've had your breakfast, which consists of um, plant-based food, dog food, and then organic fucking cooked chicken, peas, and carrots. And you had your greenie, and I mean, it's the number of treats that, oh fucking hell, I just said it. That
yeah,
they're so spoiled.
yeah.
I
You can't
mean,
say the word. You can't even say the word. You can't even say treat.
oh my
You
God,
can't
she
even. You
stuck
have
her
to
head
turn me
into her
down.
pillow.
Turn me down because I'm saying treat, and you're probably hearing it over the speakers with their dog
Mm-mm.
ears that can hear fleas fart. And yeah. Meanwhile, you're giving them all this stuff that, like, how are they able to keep any of that in? It's all organic, this, organic, that, green vegetable, this. That's all coming out within 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's good for their gut.
Yeah, you got to give them something that's got some processed something and some and some preservatives in it. It takes it forever to pass. So then they
No,
feel full all the time for no damn reason.
they will shit everywhere. Their shit is
I
gross.
know. It's the I know. Dog shit is like it's so pungent.
It
It's
is.
it's so
God bless our yard people because
it's so walk in the room or walk in the yard and you're just like, oh, that's dog shit. Heavy on the T. That is dog shit. It's
like I could taste it.
yeah, it's like
It's in the
oh,
air.
it is in my eyes. Where is the dog shit?
And
How
now
is
my
this
kidneys hurt. I think these are my
right?
kidneys.
I was like, how is this scent crossing into my other senses?
Time and space continuum.
the dog shit scent is in my eyes. I cannot. I'm tearing up. What the fuck? Okay, so we don't normally touch on politics.
Okay.
Um, I I I myself like religion. I don't apply it to people unless it's like they're so steep into it that it just becomes an obnoxious thing. As I think it's interesting the love hate relationship because in one breath people are like, no way am I voting for him again. And another way,
You're talking about
when
Trump?
yeah, when he was out, no one had anything else to talk about because they it was so much to talk about while he was in office that people got super lazy and they didn't they didn't need to fucking work. It's like, yo, this guy is churning out so many golden eggs. Even the ones that aren't hits are just that just good conversation pieces. So the fact that he's running again, you have to expect like he's got to have new content, you know, kind of like stand up. I
I
mean,
don't know. He pretty much uses everything that he thinks of whenever he posts bullshit all over the social media.
no, but it's got to be like it's got to be new content. It's like, okay, yo, I'm running again. Yeah, I know I've been running rallies nonstop, even when I wasn't in office. I've still been running rallies and having robocalls to elderly houses for donation money. But
Ugh.
wait, but wait, there's more. Check out over here. I've got brand new shoes. These are
Mm.
amazing shoes. No one's ever seen these shoes. They're one of a kind. And by the way, I'm not going to say who, but there's a certain group of people that love shoes and they're going to just buy these up. So before they get them, you might as well buy some shoes. Also, because these shoes, look at them, they're
Who
gold.
knew he'd be hitting up with the sneakerheads?
Look at
I
that.
never saw that one coming, you know?
Look at that. But wait, there's more. If you aren't into sneakers, as you say, sneakerhead, but you love Jesus, don't worry. I got a Bible. It's coming out.
It's
and
yeah, it's not. I gotta finish writing it. Okay.
it's well, yeah, I'm writing the preface. So
Exactly.
fuck off. Don't try and besmirch my Bible. Uh
Hey, do you, boo boo? Okay,
am
just
I
realize
am
consequences are coming.
am I? Yes, I am kind of sort of in a way implying that all those other Bibles they got an expiration date. Now you need a new Bible. That's going to be
Mm.
mine. And you know, really hope you get it. Because I gotta, I gotta, I gotta pay off these fucking lawsuits. It's crazy.
Right.
It's
He's like, even
crazy.
if you don't need a Bible, maybe you need somebody that does, so you can order one for them.
I've not done the math on how many Bibles have to be bought in order to cover
Oh my God.
of just one of the lawsuits. It's amazing to me. I mean, we've had presidents um, resign because of legal shenanigans and
Isn't
uh,
that some
poss-
shit?
being possibly guilty over stuff. And uh, so again, that's why I say he has to come back. If he's coming back, he's got to come back with more content, newer shit, and like more shit that's going to be more, so to speak, over the top than it was before. Okay,
What do you think is that level for him? Like,
I
how
don't
far do
know.
you think that he would go?
I don't. Well, you would have thought that last time around he went as far as he could go. I think that how things ended the first time around, since that has never been done in history, it
Right.
kind of boosted egos a little bit. Like, yeah, I did something that's never been done.
Right.
which is kind of sick in its own way to say
It's like
that.
the mass shooting metric. Oh well, what's the biggest mass shooting? And people go, "Oh, I can one up that." Like really?
Well,
But why?
yeah, there's a little bit of that. I can see a little bit of that. I think though that that's such a random that's a that's a really random play. I think that when you are actually involved in that effort, then it becomes a thing like you are literally inciting insurrection.
Right. Which,
Li-
if y'all don't live in the U.S. or if you just don't pay attention to politics or whatnot, um, obviously, welcome to the shit show, our government,
Yeah,
and God love them. Hey, they show up. We don't know what they do,
yeah.
but they
It's
show up.
it's
So
just a weird thing. Like again, I don't really put politics on people. I don't really like say for instance the two of us. I really don't put any kind of I've never really asked like, "Oh, what's your political standing?" or "Oh, what's your religion?" or I I don't put that
well,
on
our
people.
relationship transcends that.
Yeah, but again though, I have relationships with people where that does matter. So I don't really put that as a prereq for me to have a conversation with people or to have a, you know, friendship or relationship or whichever,
Right.
uh, some sort of relationship beyond a social gathering with someone.
Right.
Some people, it
Like we
really,
can be friends and disagree, and that's fine. That's totally fine.
some,
Completely
yeah,
you're completely in charge of what you feel and how you believe. I mean,
yeah, some people, that shit really matters.
yeah, I know.
Really matters. Like, we can't we can no longer be associated with each other if you don't believe in the
Yeah.
exact same shit that I believe in. Like there's no room for
And I would be like,
individuality
"Well, thank you for
or
not wasting my time."
yeah, there's that.
I mean, honestly.
There's a little bit of that, but I think it kind of gets stickier when it's a family member. Like all of
Well,
a
yes and
sudden,
no. I mean, I will literally cut it off. I will just be like,
yeah,
"No." That is,
yeah,
we are not going there. I'm
yeah,
not doing it if you start talking about it.
yeah,
I am walking away. If you follow me, I will
yeah.
punch you in the face. Do you understand?
Like there's
Like,
some like there's those people that are like you have family members that might like a certain sports team, and then there's this one family member that likes the other sports team. And, there's
right,
that
right.
rivalry in there, or the college team versus this college and whatever the fuck. And then you get that same kind of fervor, but you make it politics.
Oh,
And
I
that,
get it completely. I mean, I'm gay, in the Bible Belt.
yeah, but I mean, once it gets into that, and you're like you're having people over for some sort of family gathering or some holiday, and then it's just you just know it. You just know it's going to
Oh
be
yeah.
a political shit fest. It's going to be a political shitsgiving, and no one's going to enjoy it. I wish
Oh
they
yeah. No,
didn't
we're all
come.
gonna be fucking miserable. If we have to be together, then we're
Yeah,
gonna be fucking miserable together.
I wish they didn't come. I really didn't want to be here. I'm cool with having a bowl of cereal by myself if that means I can be away from these two people or these groups of people. And
Or
it's in
Friendsgiving, you can
right.
just
What
say, "Fuck it," or "I'm just gonna hang out with who I
yeah,
want to hang out with and who wants to hang out with me."
yeah. And then it's the whole guilt trip. Why you're not gonna come by and you're not gonna eat with your
Mm-mm,
family? No.
mm,
Why not?
mm.
Because Uncle Roger is there.
I'm
He
giving
can't.
up.
Well, I hate it when people talk to
I'm
me like that.
I'm allergic to everything.
Well, so because of them, well, they shouldn't have control over you. No, they don't. I have control over me. That's why I'm
That's why I'm choosing
deciding.
not to. Yeah.
I'm deciding these waffles here.
Yeah.
way
It,
better than being with you guys.
yeah. I think that Jesus would like these waffles,
As a matter of
actually.
fact, these waffles, I'm at a Waffle House. I'm with strangers.
I've spent many a Thanksgiving holiday and a Christmas holiday at an IHOP.
Marty and
That's
Tammy,
International House of
yeah,
Pancakes.
Marty and
Hello.
Tammy are on the other side of this counter, and they are cooking up a storm just for me.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And guess what? I'm gonna tip them. I've never
Yep.
tipped you. Why? Because your food is shitty. Okay, click, and I just hang up with you. I It's weird because when you have like two members of your family really at each other like that, and then one of them decides, you know what, fuck it, I'm not coming. The other one then feels like, oh, yo, is Roger coming? No, he's not. Oh, he can't stand to be around me, huh? He can't stand the heat, huh? Yeah, yeah. That's how.
That's
Like,
it.
yo,
You're so tough.
you're
So
taking
tough.
that as a victory, huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, good for you.
Wow.
No, for real, for real.
Because I've I've said I want to. I I want to I want to understand it. I really do. I want to understand it because I'll have, there'll be a politician this up, and I'm just like, hmm, hmm. I can't recall a politician that I was like fully on board with.
That's a stand-up person right there. I bet
Well,
my, you know, no, I don't. Maybe,
Bernie
probably
Sanders,
not.
maybe. Bernie Sanders.
I mean, hey, he got where he got somehow.
I mean, but no,
It's not
I'm
just
just,
dumb luck.
no, I'm just saying, like, maybe that was a politician that was like
I get it.
more
Yes, and you're
more
right.
into
More.
I was more into than others, but I've never been really one that I was like, yo, like I've never been to the point where
Fucking
I'm I'm evangelizing for a politician. You know what I'm saying?
right. Fucking Bernie sitting there with them mittens on
Yeah, I mean,
in
clearly,
that chair. I
yeah,
fucking
clearly
love that.
he's clearly at a point in his political career where he just look, I don't give a fuck. You all know what
Well,
I
I'm
stand
showing
on.
up.
You know who I am. You know I got to be here because I'm a part of this shit. Do I want to be here? Hell
No,
no. I'm
fuck
sitting off to the
y'all.
side. I'm not even in the main group. I'm sitting off to the side. That camera just happened to find me. Fuck. Okay,
I
cool.
thought I
Yep.
was hidden.
Yep. This is
I
me
was
sitting
acting
right here.
invisible.
Cool. Um, it's just a very, dang it. It's just a very interesting thing when people get so wrapped up in the fervor of it. I don't understand it. Like
Yeah. It's
I
just
don't
for me, it's
understand.
exhausting.
It's
Honestly,
very
I'm just like,
exhausting.
does it
Yeah,
fucking come on? Yes, it matters. I give you that. I understand. But as long as you were giving any attention to this asshole, he's going to keep fucking doing what he's doing. And people that are like truly either brainwashed, misguided, or just
yeah.
completely a different type of person that I ever imagined existed.
Mhm.
Um, there some of these people are so behind him and so stand for anything, and they did on
Yeah,
insurrection day. I mean, he alluded to, I should say, go for it,
yeah,
kind of like gave him a nod,
yeah.
bid you adieu,
It's just
and take off, my guys and ladies. So
and he was like, "Hey, I just didn't know they were gonna do it to that degree. Shit, I didn't
like,
know
I was
they
just playing. I thought,
I didn't know they were yeah. So
you're right, they are nuts.
yeah, I think that for me though, I find bullshit in whoever's running
Yeah,
because
oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm really I'm like I said, I'm barely 50% on on a candidate because to me they've all done shit. They're all
Mhm.
saying things that is just going to be valid for the election race.
Right, gay for the
Uh,
stay.
it's not Jesus
Politically speaking. Politically
politically
speaking.
politically gay for this day. Jesus
Yes.
Christ. I want to get into this White House. How politically gay do I need to be?
Really?
Very, very much. If I gotta outdo him, oh my God, his
Like the
running
level
mate.
of fuckery is like one-upping each
Oh,
other, right?
oh my God, his running mate is female. Okay, cool. I
Right?
gotta
Are
get.
you kidding me? I
Okay,
gotta get okay, listen, fuck it.
okay.
Let's
What
see.
do I get?
On
What do
this
I?
okay,
What do
a
I get?
woman,
Okay,
a,
hold on. I got it. I
a
got it.
Native American
No,
woman
no, no, no. Okay,
on the
Native.
spectrum.
Okay, wait. Native American. Oh shit, Stephen Hawkins is dead. Okay, I gotta get Native. God damn it, Native American. Yeah, how much Native? 14%. Just enough. Just enough. Just enough. Just enough. If they can braid their hair, just enough. Okay, but
That's
then,
terrible.
but then they've got to be able to speak Spanish too. Okay,
Fucking hilarious.
and so then after that, they've got to be okay. I don't want a woman, but can I get one that is like a,
Used to
you
be
know,
a man.
they have no, no, no. They have a twin. They have a twin that is a woman, and then that person will be like Secretary of State. So then it's kind of like you're looking at the both of them. You're like, whoa, it's the same person, but not. I want
They
that.
have their own body double.
I want that because then it kind of harkens to my love for cloning without saying I love cloning.
You
Got
just
it?
said Harkins. You do
Yeah.
realize that it's
Got it?
2024.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because I gotta appeal to the theater crowd too. How dare you? It's
I'm
politically
sorry.
gay. It's politically gay. So Jesus, keep up. Keep up.
I'm sorry. I didn't stretch
Keep
before this. I
yeah,
did not
no.
know.
Yeah, yeah, keep up. So there's that. Fucking so if I say hearken, I got the Hamilton crowd. If I got the twins, I got cloning. If I
Mhm.
got well clearly Native
You mentioned
American
quantum physics earlier.
No, because Stephen Hawking is dead. So we got to go a different route. That's why we went the
Well,
Native American
I mean, is
and
he
that
only
can speak
Russian?
Spanish. Okay? God, Jesus,
And they can braid, so you have to have hands.
you are supposed to be PR. You're not keeping up. And then
Told you this is not going to end well.
I need a I need a cabinet, but the
What kind?
cat
I can probably build you one.
I need a cabinet, but the cabinet's got to be big enough that people mistake it for a closet, which again brings us back to politically gay. So I think we got it.
Right.
I think we
Yes.
got it.
Nice little bow and boop, done.
Yeah, I think we got it. Wait, I gotta put my hand on the Bible? God damn it. Okay, so
Which one?
never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Who's
it.
right?
Don't worry about it. I got my own. I just made it. I'm writing the preface of it. We use that.
Right.
We're gonna use
Right.
my Bible. Perfect.
And I just made a whole bunch of money selling cattle to
No, don't put my name down on that. That's a secret. That's a secret move. Nobody knows about
right.
that. It's a secret move.
Right.
That's a don't ask, don't tell move. We're gonna
Oh,
bring that back
so
too. Jesus.
does DC listen to us?
I don't know. I think so. I don't know.
I imagine.
So I
How
think
many
that
okay, hold on, hold on.
the
Would you
Virginia
just
does.
fucking rock? Do you think that I know that Virginia does because I know who's in
Yeah.
Virginia. Well, I mean, it could be other people, but Um, hey Stovey.
Oh my God, you
Um,
and the call shout outs. Jesus.
I'm sorry. I pimp our shit out.
Yeah, I mean, you just like, I am so popular. I got people in other.
Not really. I don't even know if they listen. They probably don't. If we're being honest, they probably don't. I mean, they have other things that they have to focus on.
I'm just trying
So
to fucking get the
don't you
mail.
what are you fucking what? Who to what?
I'm just trying to get the mail, and you're shouting out people in other states. Sophie, Amy, yeah, Ross, playing with names and shit. Ross Smell.
little cute
Jesus.
nicknames,
Yeah,
Ross Smell.
yeah, right. You're all getting like super friendly. I got nicknames for these fuckers. What?
Mew Mexico.
Jesus.
But they're in Mew, Mexico.
Yeah, right. It's like, wait a minute. You are just like real comfortable with these motherfuckers.
Fucking social butterfly, this
Like,
motherfucker.
hey, meet me out in this field. We're gonna jump on some hay bales, motherfuckers. High as shit.
We should Discord.
Oh my God. It's just like I'm trying to deter you. You're taking it like, no, these are great ideas. Let's do it.
That's right.
Fuck.
Let's fucking
This
do
is
this.
amazing. I've just never really, I've always had something to where I've looked at a politician. It's like, okay, they're saying all this stuff they're going to do in regards to campaigning. They're going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Literally, if you take, this will works for me. You can do it. People can do whatever the fuck they want. Literally, just take 10% of what they say. That's probably what's going to get done. Now,
Right.
the guessing game is what of what all they're saying is going to be the actual 10%. That's the
Right.
guess. You don't know.
Hmm.
But all this other shit they're talking about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. None of them do that shit.
Yeah. And if they don't do it, then they're going to be like, well, I changed my mind. I had moral compass, was,
None
headed
of
the
them.
wrong direction or,
Yeah,
whatever. I mean, you can talk your way out of a lot of things and
yeah.
it's
Or
like
this,
swindling,
yeah, this wasn't passed, so I'm trying, but you know, got to get the House and the Senate to agree. And yeah, that's always been the case.
Yeah, which
It's
makes
not
all
something
of you
new.
fuckers.
It's not something new. It's not like the House and Senate became things during your election. No, they've been around for fucking close to ever, like 1 month off of forever. They've been around. So it's not some sort of new thing. That's what's called checks and balances. They are in place so people aren't just, I'm gonna make this motherfucking White House. I'm gonna make this ombre house and just paint new shit. No, you can't. No checks and balances, motherfucker. You can't. So all the
But it
things
seems
that you,
like if our checks and balances can't keep up with all
well,
the fuckery and the shit that's going on.
because they all have their own initiatives. Like they're looking at long game. Okay. They're like I said earlier, the long ball. They're looking at long game
Oh, is that
because
what you meant? I was like,
yeah,
is that some
yeah. They're
move?
looking
I
at
don't even know.
no, they're looking at long game because truthfully, those fuckers are going to be in office far longer than a president. So that's cool. You're winning hearts and minds on a campaign trail. And that love to work with you when you're in office. But
When you make it, hit me up because we did it.
but like straight up, if you get caught getting your dick sucked, I'm gonna vote you out. So,
Well,
you
I mean,
know,
there has to be a moral code of some
there's
kind. I
that,
mean,
but all of them have done shady
oh,
stuff.
for sure.
So if one of them gets caught, they want to be on the right side of the law
Where's
and
that
distance.
roster for Epstein's Island? Where
Yeah,
where did we
yeah.
put that?
Distance
Is that
themselves as much as possible because they're going to be around when that person that's president is no longer around.
well, not all about not just about politics right now. This whole Diddy thing is fucking exploding, and I
It's
mean now we've got the Carters involved, and it's not going to end
yo,
well.
but hey again. So this is the other portion of the this episode that deals with some heavy topics in relation to a current event. But that current event, that being said, that doesn't make it, the cup of tea for everyone. And so we'll be talking about things that involves. We'll be talking about things that involves a lot of assault, sexual manipulated, abusive stuff um, in reference to a lot of different people that are in entertainment community that could reflect certain ways of certain people. And again, we're just being mindful of listeners, giving you a heads up. This is the type of stuff we're going to be talking about in this latter portion of this episode. So just be mindful. If that's not the thing that you'd like to hear, then we totally understand if you just check out after this. Totally get it. But again, wanted to just give people that little little bit of awareness of what's going to be discussed after this. If you're hanging through it, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Check out any other episodes you do want. If this was not for you, check out on any of the other episodes on TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Um, let's conclude this episode. Here we go. Okay, yeah, and this is what we do. By the way, we will
Rabbit
jump from
holes.
topic to topic and rabbit hole. So real quick about Diddy, that's not new. People have been knowing that for decades.
I know, but a lot of people have just either been not been paying attention or they didn't really think it was a thing. But
No, they knew
it's
it was.
not.
Go ahead. Sorry. So you were making a point about the whole thing with um, Sean Combs. Continue.
I was fucking. You want me to remember that? I don't.
Yeah, I
I'm like
wanted to
an.
give you, I wanted to give it to you. I wasn't gonna
My
say,
brain is mush right now.
probably
Like
won't remember. Okay, so what I was saying is, it's like it's been in the know. It's been decades of people saying stuff, and you're saying about like how um, it's just all coming to light, and you
there's
got
just so many
you got
things that
you
are
got,
coming out of the woodworks, and it's
but
almost like we can't just keep fucking putting. We can't keep putting our head in the fucking sand because that
right,
means our ass will be
yeah,
in the air, and you will
right.
get fucked that way.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the result of it. I think though that where you were going with some of that, you were remarking in regards to how it's just coming out as so many things, and people didn't know all these things,
Hmm.
and I was countering saying, yeah, they did. It's just sort of like a keep it in the club, because the same thing can be said about, and again, I guess I'll go ahead and edit the trigger warning in the beginning of
Hmm.
the second
Hmm.
part.
Hmm.
But the same thing can be said about Bill Cosby. The same thing can be said about Harvey Weinstein. The same thing can be
Right.
said about you
Epstein,
know Epstein, and the same thing can be said about Kevin Spacey to some degree. Um, people
Prince
know
Andrew.
these people.
Got him.
Yeah, yeah. Or I mean, what's his name? Crap. Uh,
I don't think he'll appreciate that one.
Peed on people.
R.
Um,
Kelly.
R. Kelly, yeah.
Come on
See how
now.
that works? See how that works?
Yeah.
He pees on people. R. Kelly, yes, 25,000, $25,000 pyramid,
Right.
yes,
What do I win? You're like
yeah,
a sad reality. That's what you
yeah.
win.
But it worked, right?
Right, right,
Um,
right.
it's like people knew about those things, and people would say stuff about it, and it wasn't until we had to get victim number. You know what I'm saying? Before
Right.
somebody said, "Well, shit." It's almost like, let's just give them enough rope, because and yes, I get that innuendo goes really
Wow.
wild when it's with Epstein, and then also, yeah, I totally understand it. But the
Okay.
fact is, it still applies, because anybody else in any other neighborhood would have had their ass stomped in if it was happening to one of their family members based on someone that you knew was abusing them.
Right, right.
You've got numerous cases of adults, doing stuff like that. But when you've got someone like Harvey Weinstein literally building a foundation of his whole industry off of the same pattern, and people know about it and are saying it, and then people, okay, yeah, that's crazy. And then you got Ricky Gervais, like, just going into people, which I applaud Ricky Gervais, love Ricky Gervais.
How do you
It's
keep up
like,
with these people? Am I
he's
just
like, yeah, no, look at Ricky Gervais, his monologue when he was hosting. He literally was like, yo, you all did this.
hosting
You
what?
all knew, huh? I'll
Hosting
send it to you.
what?
I'll send it to
Okay.
you. And
I,
so it's
okay.
like everybody knew about this. And so you have people, but then you find out there's people that did. report it. There was women that did report it, and they suffered heavily. You know, they lost they lost roles, they lost uh, promised feature films, and they were made examples of. And then the others, okay, I'm not gonna say shit because I don't want to be treated the way I
Well,
just saw that person treated.
if we're being honest,
We try to be,
uh,
for the most part.
so always been the minorities, whether
Okay.
it be gender minority, religious minority,
Hmm.
um, ethnicity,
Hmm. Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
We've always been the minority has always been the heaviest of the cancer or the cancel culture,
Okay.
right? Because like all the big bigs, they want to be together. So they don't want to
Okay.
cancel each other. They're out, which is what we're seeing now because it's going to be the cards are falling, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But like they didn't even worry about us because we didn't matter. Just like the trillionaire mindset.
Yeah. I mean, I can. I'll take that what you said and look at it from the this way. When you're saying minority, I'm thinking I'm thinking in regards to power, money and power.
Right.
I'm not thinking about ethnicity or whatever. I'm thinking about a social structure in regards to a um, in relation to an industry, because that's the playing field. They're all in a certain industry, and that
Right.
industry is entertainment. And then there's certain people in that industry that, regardless of your ethnicity, you either play by their rules or you get silently blacklisted. Like they can't outright blacklist you, but if they got the sway of who's the people that they want to see in their next movie, they're probably not going to suggest you because you didn't play along with
Hey,
their.
hold on just a second. I gotta get my inhaler.
Oh, okay.
Woo! Sorry.
But what I was saying is like, yeah, I think that um, that's the same record basically that is played in every one of these incidences, from Bill Cosby on up. You've got a degree of which you can leverage people to do whatever the fuck you want, um, no matter how much it goes against them, mentally, spiritually, whatever. What they are trying to strive for is enough to get them to do whatever it is you want in the hopes of they're going to achieve what they've been, you know,
Right. And it
working
doesn't matter to them
towards.
who they have to tear down in order to get up top, especially when you're
Yeah,
that close.
yeah.
And can we just say, God, please put your arms around Cat Williams because that bitch is fucking on fire right now.
I, yeah.
And I love Cat Williams. Love Cat
So,
Williams.
yeah, perfect example. He was saying for years of how this stuff was going on. And I think that when you're in that type of industry, you have to play the game a certain way and you have to play it as safe as possible unless you're ready to take those hits. And if you're not ready to take those hits, you get comfortable in that the environment and the world that you're creating, and as long as you can justify it as like this is part of the price you pay in order to make it in whatever in your head is you've made it you know
Right. But I mean, you don't got to drink the gold juice. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and so say for instance with Kat, he's like one of those people that's like, yo, I'll just not play. Thank you. I'll just I'll just not. I'll just not. And
Right. Like I'm not
I'm not putting up with that. I'm not even here for that.
Yeah,
So,
and if that's a slower route, so be it.
okay.
And for him, it's like it might be a slower route, but if you are that fucking good, you're gonna come
I
through no
mean,
matter what.
okay, I, take my money, Cat. I mean, come on.
I mean,
If y'all don't
you're
know
gonna
who
come
Cat
through.
Williams is, y'all need to look him up. It's
It's
K
hard
A
to
T T.
yeah, yeah, it's hard to refute. If you are good, it's hard to refute. I think that some people can legit say they've sat around some comedians and it's not funny. It didn't stick, and you're like, why are they so continuously popular? Why are they in every movie? Why are
Yeah.
they getting all of these? And then you see someone like Kat, and you're like, yo, why not this
Right. Why
dude?
isn't he? I mean, he should
Yeah,
be glowing right now.
yeah, and
And I think
so
that his time is coming, but he didn't sell out. You know what I'm in
yeah, but,
because in some way, shape, or form, there was a sellout. Either it was,
oh, for sure,
their
for sure,
soul, it was
yeah,
for
for sure,
something else, it was for money, it was
for
for
sure,
fame, it was for attention, whatever.
yeah, absolutely. I think for him, it's like his time coming. It's it's long overdue,
Oh,
especially when you
for
take
sure.
especially when you look at the timeline in relation to him and other talent that's out there. I mean, he's talking about being out there when the Kings of Comedy was still um, coming together. So when you got people that are just starting and already blowing past, like, okay, what's happening? And then when you understand, like, okay, well, it's because this, and this. You're like, yo, okay, you're not you're not salty because that shit makes sense. I mean, Kev was talking about the dress thing for a while,
What
years.
what dress thing?
Like there's certain patterns you see people do, and so they'll come out, they'll this new act, this new actor, whatever, and the next thing you know, eventually there's a role, they're in a dress,
Oh, I've never heard that before.
and then it's like that's the trend, that's the must do. That's the you got to degrade yourself. That's the thing where it gets into the whole um, active degrading yourself in public.
Oh, like
That's one of those
degradation.
yeah, that's one of
Sure.
those acts that some conspiracy people and shadow group and secret group people, that are in that kind of call out thing. They talk about that kind of stuff. And so Cat was for years like, yo, look back, you will see this pattern. That's because they struggle, and then boom, they do this one scene, this one character, and they're in a dress, and then after that, blowing up. And it's like that's because that's what you're supposed to do, and if you don't do it, you're gonna be on a hard road. It's gonna be slow and clearly non-existent, and
Gritty.
you're gonna see people that are coming up after you, and before you just blowing by you because they decided to do that. And it's interesting because you you look at certain people that not just comedians but actors and all that, and you look at that and you'll see that instance come up
Ex-
a lot.
Is there an example that some people might believe is an
I mean,
is
he named people. He
yeah,
named
I don't
people
I don't I don't know I don't know who
like
you're
you'll
talking
look
about,
at.
but what,
I mean, like you'll look at. Um,
like what was one of the examples that either he gave or that you've heard?
I so I'm trying to remember like exacts. Um, I can remember like he turned down one. Dave Chappelle turned down one. Um, Bernie Mac turned down one. It's like you'll see it. It'll be a scene. Somebody's doing makeup or is in a dress. I mean, some people were saying that in regards to Miss Doubtfire.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And it's all of a sudden it's like boom, gone. It just skyrocket.
That's really sad because I mean he struggled a lot.
But yeah, but it's sort of like don't fucking care, you know? I mean, it's almost like they look for that and they use that against people. It's like, oh, you've got your own mental issues. Cool. Will, you know, we'll make life easier with some really good roles. And I'm not saying like I'm not saying that in a besmirching way of in this particular incident, we're talking about Robin Williams. I'm not saying that at all. Phenomenal
Oh, for sure.
person, phenomenal person, phenomenal human being. I'm just saying that that's the type of things that that were played against a lot of people. And ethnicity has absolutely no factor. It's all about manipulating people and getting them in bad situations to where they are now beholden to you in some sort of way because you saw you saw something in them or you helped them out or you made something go away, so to speak. Now you've got to return the favor kind of thing. And it's just a
Right.
vicious cycle in that regard. Then you get into the situations where those people sort of start their own kind of activity and their own type of ring that is kind of emulating the other larger ring. So, Weinstein had his thing going on for decades. And in that clip that I sent you with Ricky Gervais, it's been known for decades, but everybody scatters away when it becomes public. Um, it becomes a thing where it's like it's
Oh,
known.
is he British?
Oh yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I know who he is. I
yeah.
didn't know
He
what
created.
happened to him. I didn't know what
No,
happened to him.
he created The Office. So he's super smart. Yeah,
Genius.
The
Yeah.
Office. The Office was a UK show, and then they made a
Right.
US version of it. But he's brilliant. He's absolutely fucking brilliant. Um, it's just a very interesting thing. Like it all, it's almost interesting to the point that like how long something can go, and then it just this one little tipping point, and then people's like, "Whoa, look at all these people involved." It's like, yeah, all those people had to be mum's the word. So
Oh.
like how much shit was going on that all of these people were satiated in some fashion that nobody let this out. And that's the thing that is not really discussed because here's the question for you. Okay, so we say we get a list of all the people that were clients of Epstein. They all want to know Epstein's list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say we get that.
Okay.
What the fuck do we do now? Say we get Sean Combs and all the people that, from drug mules, sex workers, all the people that he's killed and all that kind of stuff and this, that, what now? Like
So
if you
it's
get,
just knowing. It's knowing and being
right,
able to say that we're aware. It
right.
could happen in any circle. This is what
Mhm.
you need to be prepared for. And this is how we need to set up how we're going to deal with these people and how we're going to hold them accountable.
Right.
If
But
they're not going
how?
to hold themselves accountable, well, then we put them in jail. I don't know, make them a sex worker and see how they
But I
like
mean,
it.
yeah, but it's like, but I'm like, it goes from the possibilities of legal to you have to, and I'm not dogging your response. I'm just saying you have to get to almost another level of ridiculousness, and even in order to address it, it's that large.
Oh, I
You know what I'm
get. I mean,
saying?
for sure. I absolutely 100%
It's like,
agree.
okay,
It's ridiculous.
do we seize all of, like, okay, we can't seize all the money. How do we even trace that? Okay, wait, find them first. Oh, they have their own little island. They can't be no extradition from it. Okay, great. So I
Well, you
guess
do
we
what you
just
can with what you have, and you do the best that you can
right,
with the best that you can get. And if you can't, then you just try to leave it to somebody else. I
Right.
mean,
No, I
it
hear
doesn't mean
you.
that you don't try.
No, I totally hear you because it's sort of like, okay, like with this new incidents with Sean Combs. Okay, great. We say, for instance, they're like, we know he did it. We got all the evidence. We got this, we got that, we got this, we got that. Well, he's on a jet. He went to a private
Did
island,
he?
no, no extradition. Literally, that's hilarious. Yeah, Diddy did it. Did he? Did he? Yeah, did he? He did.
Did it?
You're
Did
like,
he do
did
it?
he? Yeah,
Okay.
did he? So, but yet,
So really,
so
he's gone.
well, that was the first thing. It's like, well, we're tracking his jet. Have you seen him? No, we have not seen him yet, but we're tracking his jet. So we're tracking his jet. Don't know if he's on the jet. He
Do we
could be
still not
just,
know?
yeah, and it's going to
No,
a
it's a
private.
question. We still don't know?
Oh no, now there's a report that there's pictures of him riding a bike and zero care in the world. But my point
Oh,
is,
good
like,
Lord.
okay, this roundup, we got all this evidence, we know all these things. What do we get? Okay, we raided his house, seized a bunch of stuff in there, and we got his drug mule. Um,
If you can
and
save one life, then it's worth it.
that's it. That's it. Because no one else is going to talk, so you got these other, for lack of a better phrase, lowly low bar characters. If Diddy's your high bar main person to get, and then he's got other people that are also high bar,
Right.
known celebrities and this and that and the other. Okay, great. But if you got a drug mule, oh, okay, cool. That drug mule is going to say whatever the fuck they want to say to get the lessen whatever charges and whatever time they're going to
Right.
get. So now you're like, okay, clearly this person is trying to stop from drowning. How do we get somebody that is going to be really hard hitting? Oh, no one's talking? Great. Um, we'll just try and catch Puffy whenever he slips. That's kind of what it was for Weinstein until they got stuff that they can actually bring him into court and charge. Other than that, you it's like they can't do anything but keep going until they get some means of arresting that person. And then after that, you just sort of like address whatever the fallout is. Like, do we go after all the people he's associated with that he's dropping dimes on? I don't know. Now we got to get evidence on them too. Do we have time for that? Mm-mm. No. No. So if the Epstein list comes up, what are we doing? We're going after presidents, kings,
Yep.
princes,
Yep.
senators,
Yep.
and okay, cool. We're going after them because their name is on the list.
We just need to expose them. We
We ha
don't have to do anything. We don't have to spend any resources on
right,
it. Just
right.
expose them so that other people will know that we're going to start living in a world where you're not going to be protected. You have to do right by yourself and
Yeah,
others. You have to be
yeah,
a decent fucking human being because it's
yeah,
not that goddamn hard. All we
yeah.
need you to do is be a decent fucking human being and you won't be exposed. But if you go do some shady shit like sell children or drink their blood or kill
Mm-hmm.
babies or sacrifice whoever,
Or all
whatever
the above.
that looks, yeah, whatever that looks like, where you tell a group of people to infiltrate and to hurt people, if you
Yeah,
drug anything, a drug mule, a kingpin, a fucking, I don't give a shit.
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't
I think
matter.
I think it's just hard to do because it's like some of those people from outside looking in, we're all thinking they're decent people until
Right,
we
but it's a
find
false
out
narrative.
until we find out otherwise. And we're like, wait, whoa, that person was at the party? Yeah. Whoa, that person is at the party? And then you just low blow the fuck out of it and say, wait, Stephen Hawkins was at one of the parties? Yeah, he was at one too. So he's on the
Was he
list.
really?
Yeah. If I'm not
Wow.
mistaken. So then it becomes a thing, it's like, yo, who do we even try? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck
It's
yeah,
like, do
you
we?
try.
Well, no, I'm saying, do you? No, I'm saying, do we even try to associate with people? Like I'm saying, it's like you're
Oh,
you're thinking Uh, yeah, it says right here the late Cambridge physicist was named on Epstein's list. So it's it's almost like one of those things like, yeah, I love Stephen Hawking. Yeah, I love this. I love that. I love that guy. I love this. And then next thing you know, it's like, wait, he was on he was on Epstein's list? Yeah, he was. Fuck. So then it's
But just
almost like
because he was there didn't mean he do anything.
right.
Now, did he
That's what
see stuff? Maybe.
that
I mean, he was smart as shit.
yes.
It's not like you can say, "Oh, well, he was stupid.
Right.
He didn't know what was going on." No, that motherfucker was calculating
Yeah.
all the
So
time.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, whoa, he was there. Okay. But what so then immediately we jump into this justification thing. It's like, okay, but
For
how
sure, for sure.
but how so? Like we have
Was he
people that we
invited and he was being nice?
right, like we
Did they
have
want him as a
people
speaker?
that we apply decency to. And
Yes,
our
that's
and
true.
our definition of decency is whatever is in our head to make that make sense. And
Mm-hmm.
so then when we find out these people that we hold in some regard are in some shit like that, then it immediately makes us question ourselves. And then we push it
Yeah.
back out and say, okay, but yeah, but how so though? Because look, come on, Stephen Hawkins, what like
Like, what is he gonna do, really?
he probably came as a party in his honor or whatever, and then realized, oh, hey, this isn't for me. I didn't really want this, and then asked to leave. But for that moment to get there, he had to be put on the list, and so that's how clearly that's how he got on the list. So in a
Right,
way, we're like soft justifying somebody being there, but again though, neither one of us was there. We don't know how
right.
we're like, dude might have figured out some freaky ways. We don't know.
He was
So it's like,
faking it.
yeah, so yeah, we don't know. So it's like some people might be into that. And clearly
Oh,
and
okay.
clearly Epstein was a facilitator in that way. So it's
That's
like
true, I guess.
it's
I
like
guess he can
we're
make your dreams come true.
yeah, it's like we're all human in some regard. And if you got somebody facilitating all these facets of human
Jesus.
desires, you know, who else is going to be on this list? But how do we go after, like, if he was still alive, how do we go? Yeah, it's kind of hard now.
No, listen, I mean, it's kinda all I wanted was to fill a hot tub with Jello and hang out with strippers, that's all, I promise.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like all I wanted to do was just do, hey, can I do this? And dude said, yeah. I was like, for real? So I was showing up to see if he was really gonna do that. I
Right.
want to, I want to sit on a zebra, um, while in a pool of jello with one of those propeller hats on. Can you do that? Yeah, man, I
And
can make that
masturbate.
happen. I can
I
make
wanna
that
masturbate
happen.
that way.
Show up on the 16th. Okay, fine. This
Mhm.
dude isn't gonna have it. I got there and I was like, yo, dude had a zebra ready for me. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So yeah,
You
I got
never
on the
know, I
zebra and
mean
I took some pictures. So I think I think that's the thing. It's like even if he was still alive, you'd be like, okay, so how do we go after Stephen Hawkins? And how do we hold him accountable? How well we
you
got to
get
get
information.
well right,
You don't
right,
have to hold everybody accountable,
right.
but
We got
it's just knowing. All it
right.
is knowing, it's knowledge.
Right. And then, okay, so now he's not a physicist. You know what I'm saying? Now he's out. No one's going to credit him anymore. And dude, the whole time was like, I just showed up completely not in the vein of what people are associating this dude with. I wasn't even there for that kind of thing. I was on the list. As a matter of fact, I'm on the list. I didn't show up. So, but for the fact that I'm on this list that gets mass released, you know, you're already associated. So it's a very weird, tricky thing, but a lot of that stuff was already in the know.
Yeah.
Already in the know.
I guess
It's kind of weird.
I'm a Viking. Like, I just
Yeah.
wanna fucking like, get 'em,
Yeah,
ah,"
no, I
you
totally
know?
get it. Burn it all down. Burn it all
Yeah,
down. Crucifixions,
like,
bring
just that
give
takes more time. I mean, come on.
yeah.
There's easier
Yeah,
ways to do this.
liquidate everyybody's stuff and give all the
Paint
money
them
to
red
the
and call them
poor.
a heifer. Go on, do
Yeah,
it.
exactly. You got an altar ready. Okay, we have gone way beyond, and I know you are really on fumes, and I appreciate it because I know you don't you like to go a little long, but not this long. So I appreciate you pulling out the
No
extra
worries.
stops for
It's okay. I've
um,
been working on my what's it called? Endurance or
endurance. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I can tell. I can tell. I honestly can tell.
I
You
had a I kind of had a lung thing happen.
no
You know,
earlier. Yeah, with the
yeah.
inhaler. Yeah, because you did cocaine, so you can make sure you stay going for this episode. I'll just go ahead and throw rumors in.
Incorrect. My medicine is late getting to me.
Okay, fuck that. I saw a picture of the dog. You both are doing cocaine. You can't lie to me. If you're
Not
not doing,
true. Not
if you're
true.
not,
I just do
well,
weed. That's it. I promise.
well, okay, fine. If you're not doing cocaine, that dog certainly is. Jesus Christ,
The dog's hiding an 8 ball somewhere.
that dog is that dog is the mule, and he needs to go. Hey,
Oh, it's a
hey,
she.
I'm supposed to drop this stuff off. I can't hold it any longer. Uh,
It's coming out.
who's digging these capsules out? So.
Oh, oh, my baby.
Well,
He's like,
everybody, thank you for listening to this episode. It's been a long one, but we really appreciate you sticking through it. Hit us up again. Hit us up, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. And we're working really hard to bring in some even better content. Hopefully, we'll update you all later. Hopefully, some longer, deeper topic stuff as well. We're working on
longer
that.
and deeper.
Also,
That's how we want to have it.
that's how we want to have it, all the time with lotion. So
Mm-hmm.
remember, love yourself because we
Really
love you.
hard. Oh, yeah.
Really hard love
Mm-hmm.
yourself,
With lotion.
because
Lots
you
of it.
deserve it. You deserve it. Part of loving yourself is realizing that, I deserve it despite what
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
else says.
And I'm
And
worth
if,
it.
yeah, and so get, treat and make sure you take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because, you know, not to sound really, really bad, but truthfully, you're the only one, you're all you got. I mean,
You're the only one that listens to us. So please take care of yourself.
all we got is you.
All we have is you. I'm
You
codependent on you and I don't even know who you are.
I don't even know you, Roswell, but you might not even be a person,
Raw smell.
but your ears are working, maybe, or you just like to watch the sound wave bar go up and
Yeah.
down.
Give us a
Whatever it
sign.
is,
Give us a sign
whatever it is,
via
whatever.
email.
Give
That
us
would
a
be
boop.
great.
Give us
A
a boop.
boop. Just a
Give
boop.
us a boop. That worked last episode. Give us a boop. 2 O's. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for listening, and for all the guys, girls, ladies, dudes, lady
Dudes,
fuckers,
dudettes,
motherfuckers,
mother
fatherfuckers,
gigafoes,
jing, jingle daddies, jiggle
jingle
daddies,
tips,
um, yeah, motherfuckers, fatherfuckers,
gigolos, gigahos,
gigolos, and
mother
jiggalos.
father fuckers, summon
Yep,
fuckers. Yep, I think I nailed it.
and yeah, intellects and fuckabouts. Yes, sapiosexual. Yes, yeah, all the brothers in between. But if nothing else, always remember she's the dinosaur and I'm the fucking dude. And we're out. So thanks, lady. Love you. And yeah, go smash some hay and look at that Ricky Gervais segment. It is hilarious, but so true, scarily true. Yes, definitely. Maybe we can get him on. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? All right. Yeah, exactly.